There we go. What's everybody doing? I guess I can wait a couple of more seconds before starting. Have 9 people watching. Where's everybody at? Oh, just before I forget. Or is it? Oh, here we go. We're gonna do this. So I can do this. What's up, Randy?
Yeah, you better put that shit up because I'm coming in straight off the muscle and saying dick and all that stuff. Pussy, shit in it. Cheers.
Oh, here
What are
it
you
is. Right.
drinking tonight, Simon?
Red tops.
Red tops. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh man, how's everybody doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
So
What's up? What's up?
you're making a comeback to YouTube, huh?
I ain't said that yet, but I'm here right now, ain't I?
Yeah.
Now, I might try to make a little something happen. At least try to make like maybe a four part series building the smoker. That would be cool, I think.
That'll be
Depending,
fantastic.
depending on how that does. And then once I get it built, maybe making some videos on like maybe seasoning it, breaking it in, you know what I mean? And then cooking some shit on it. And then I'll probably go away for another 9 months.
And just be around for the cooler months.
Yeah, supposedly it's supposed to be barbecue weather here coming up pretty soon.
Well, yeah, it was mostly in the 80s. It did hit 94 for like a couple of hours, and then it went back to mid 80s here. So yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of that this weekend and get some videos out.
What are you gonna cook, Simon?
Um, Probably could do like a whole chicken, on a rotisserie, and if my mom wants, I'll make her some chicken wings. I have a new hot sauce I want to try.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's up, Mike? Who else is here?
What's up, Chris?
Drunken Chef. Lep. Where's Chris? I don't see Chris.
Hey, that's the first thing I did. That's the first thing I did when I got back in town, dude. Is Christy had some ribs, defrosted. I fired up the old smoky, and I used some of that devil dog dust that I bought from
Yeah.
Drunken Chef. And that shit's badass. Use a little bit of magic ribs, Uncle Steve's, and then put that devil dog dust on there.
Yeah.
And that shit's banging, dude. That's my go-to combination for ribs right now. And I bought 5 bottles from him, so I'll be doing that for at least a little while.
Some good stuff, man.
Have you tried it?
Yeah. You said the double dust?
Yeah, the devil dog dust.
Yeah. Yep. I have half a bottle left. Oh,
Well,
it's my other box.
you better save that shit because I bought all the rest of them. So what'd y'all do while I was gone, dude?
We missed you. Yeah, man. Lance is on vacation again. He went. He actually went to go work at for his sisters for a little bit.
Lance is butt naked right now in an Amish cornfield somewhere.
He,
That's what he calls vacation.
It's a tidy white fighting a bear.
He ain't got no tidy whities on. He got a Amish knitted scarf and some fucking some of those booties like the babies wear, the little feet covers.
Oh, that's funny.
Don't let fucking Lance fool y'all now. He's gonna come back with another black eye.
Yeah, and another bear hat. I wonder if I still have that picture of him.
That's from whenever he said no to Jebediah after Jebediah had a fucking little bit of that corn whiskey. You're gonna get a black eye. Fucking with you, Lance, if you're watching. We know you don't fight back.
Hey, Jaime. So if you have somebody that works for HEB, they get a 25% discount tomorrow on all the HEB brand products.
Like custom, right? Employee Appreciation Day or something.
Now for the Memorial Day weekend, they do it like they do it for two or three times a year. They'll do a 25% discount for the employees on all the HEB brand products, including the HEB Prime brand that they have for meat. It'll be 25% off.
Hey, dude, that's one thing I missed while I was in Georgia. I missed the fucking HEB, man. I see one Kroger's, but I don't think they have like a lot of. They got Publix, you know. They ain't got no HEB.
Publix. That's you're right, because that's I guess everybody east of Texas, ain't it?
I mean, like Florida. I don't know exactly where all Publix is at. I do like Publix though; they're pretty good. But I've never. Every time I've ran into a Publix though, is I'm living in a hotel or I'm out of town working, so it ain't like I get to go there and buy meat to cook because I'm in a hotel. You know what I mean?
Hey, Ken, you want me to send you a link?
Today's Kent's anniversary.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah, they better get off this fucking internet. Go eat some Blue Chew. Take care of business.
Yeah, Chef Backyard works for HEB, so I'm pretty sure he's taking advantage of all that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, he gets a fucking hookup all the time anyway.
Oh yeah.
I'm not telling how much. I'm not telling how much brisket he walks out of there in his pants with.
I have a niece and nephew that work for HEB, so it's like I always tell them if I need briskets or whatever, or usually ribs. I need racks of ribs, so they'll buy me those, and I'll just send them the money.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We have the HEB that I go to is in Baytown, Texas, and they got nice shit in there, dude. Like I think like half of the store is their meat department. You know what I mean? I always find good shit in there.
Yeah, when I went to Houston, I shopped at the Ralph's that was close by the hotel. Kind of small.
I didn't even know there was a Ralph's in Houston.
Can't be very many of them.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh, that's where I got my debit card jacked. The machine that I ran it through was one of those skimmers, and it locked my debit card up for that weekend.
Yeah, I've never been to a Ralph's, and I live in Houston.
out of California.
Fucking West Coast shit. Yeah, see what Mike's talking about. I've never heard of none of that shit. Fairway and High B.
No, I don't have no idea what that is.
Yeah, that's garbage. That's garbage shit, Mike. Whatever you're buying from there is garbage. That's probably the leftovers from HEB they sent up north. I was in there that first week I was in Georgia. Christy had packed me some shit to go, and I had the HEB soda waters, the ones they got the
Hill Country Van?
But they're made with the cane sugar.
Yeah.
You know, like Sprite and Coke, and they're all knockoffs, but
Right, but it's one of the cane sugar in it.
Man, those bitches are good. I was in there fucking showing them fools like, hey, motherfucker, you don't know about HEB.
$20 a can.
I ain't selling it. It's the only thing I got left. Had a couple arguments about the whole fucking Whataburger debacle. You know how they do. Everybody else in the country argues about Whataburger,
And they're wrong.
and they're fucking wrong. I still haven't had Whataburger since I've been back though, so I can't say nothing. I went to our little local Mexican food restaurant today, El Tejano. Man, that shit was good. I miss true authentic fucking food, man.
Yeah, you're telling me that Mexican food was pretty much garbage.
It's fucking stupid. Yeah, like you take a piece of meat out of your burrito, dude, and it's been boiled. You can tell it's been boiled. It's like probably sous vide steak or something. Nah, I didn't meet up with Tyler or Guggen, but I did stop by and see Russ though.
Yep, there's a picture of it. There's proof.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Chris is on Facebook or not.
Nah. He's too secret.
Yeah, me and Russ had a good time. All the Weldon talk you could ever imagine.
And none of it was online.
No, fuck that. We're not giving y'all that kind of privilege. We're not letting y'all have the jollies, the chuckles of watching us talk Weldon. We're talking about some real technical shit.
Yeah,
I got
man.
my P gun.
That's why you put that over on a paywall and charge them.
Yeah, we're not doing that fucking Weldon talk no more. Y'all want to see us talk Weldon? It's gonna cost at least a membership.
There you go. What's up, David? Yeah, Chris, no Facebook.
No Facebook. What's up, Simon? You want to give something away or what?
I mean, we could.
You want to give away a fucking a limited edition towel? Or we can give away a couple of them. Lance has my towels. I asked Chris to elaborate. I think he got one already.
Oh, he sure did, didn't he? Well, Lance is away right now, but we can get the information to him. Your call.
Let's see what Chris says. Let's see if he's enjoying his. If he's enjoying his, we'll give two away. If he says it didn't work,
It's crusty. But Chris wants to know what. Tell us what's in Russ's room.
Russ's room.
Yeah.
And some things just can't be talked about on the internet. No, honestly, I didn't go. We chilled in Russ's garage. We chilled on set of the Skill Savvy DIY channel. We chilled in the studio. We just sat outside and fucking it was nice. Fucking weather cooled down, so it was cool out there. We just chilled out there and drank beer and just bullshitted about it. Everything we needed was out there. The welding machine, all of his welding rods and material and everything.
Currently, there's thunder and lightning, so if I lose connection, I'll try to get back on real quick.
Yeah. If you lose connection, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
real
sit
short
here.
life. You take over.
You don't want me to take over. I'll just start building this barbecue pit. I already got the camera set up, so I'll just put it on the tripod and just start fucking cutting on it.
Yeah, I can hear it in the distance coming. It sounds like it's coming this way.
Yeah, when I pulled up out there, me and Russ we went up to the back of my truck and looking at those pipes and shit. And, hey, Russ was getting happy. He thought I brought him a present. He's like, man, he's like, I love it. I was like, it ain't for you. I'm gonna see though if I do have to go back to Georgia, since I got the hookup over there now. I'm gonna see about getting him some pieces, and if I do, then he's gonna do build him an offset. I don't know if I'll be able to or not, but I don't even know if I'm going back or not. But if I do, since I do drive right past his house, I'll see if I can drop some money on the ground next to the dumpster and fucking con that dumpster man and loading my truck up again. So Mike, it's a 24-inch pipe, 48 inches long is the cook chamber. The smoke box is 24 inches long and it's 375 wall. And then I went today and I bought 1/4-inch plate to make the end caps with. So that's all I can say right now.
Yeah, they hung out together on Sunday night, was it? Yeah, there's a picture on
No, Saturday night.
Saturday.
Because I went to work at 5:30 on Saturday. I worked all day. I got back to the hotel. I already had my bags and shit packed. I threw my bags in the truck and I was hitting the highway by 3:00. And I drove from 3:00 all the way to like 7. And that's when I stopped by Russ's house. It was like 7:30 when I stopped by.
Yeah, I think Russ put the picture up of y'all hanging out together.
Yeah, I got a picture. I got a picture of us too. I sent to Christy, but he wanted to take a picture in front of the backdrop of that Skill Savvy shit.
Yeah.
So I got out of the truck and Russ was like, God damn, you look just like you do on TV. I looked at him, I was like, yeah, you're a little shorter.
Should have took off his hat.
Now we sat out there and fucking bullshitted. It like really fucking 1:00 in the morning. It came quick, because time fucking flew. We're out there just drinking beer, just bullshitting about something. I looked at my watch and it was like 12 something. I was like, man, dude, like I already invited myself to your house. I didn't mean to, but I already invited myself over. And now I got you sitting out here till 1:00 in the morning. He was like, nah, no problem. Hey, cool as fuck, man. It was like chilling with this guy right here. This is what I do every day. I come home and I chill with my father-in-law Eric, and we just drink beer and bullshit. It was like chilling with Eric. Just talking about anything. Talking about anything. Yeah. Just talking about anything. Talk about work. Talk about that one time you did this.
Last time I ever did it.
Last time he did
How stupid I was to do it in the beginning.
it. How you can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, really. We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, but I had to get home, man. I mean, I drove right past. I could have took the exit, went and seen Boo. I could have went and seen AJ. Well, AJ was like an hour and a half north of me. And
What's up, Tyler?
what? Yeah, That's something that might be. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna let Russ break the news. I know y'all motherfuckers get all chuckly and shit when we start talking about welding. Like, oh, the welding segment.
Well,
Wait till you get a 3-hour welding segment.
hold on, let me see if I can make that happen.
Why, you got Russ in the basement or what?
No, but I can send him a link to his Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably fucking sitting at the house right now eating hot peanuts.
Yeah, I saw that video today, man.
Yeah, that pot's badass that he has, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was checking it out. That's a fucking hell of a goddamn crawfish pot that he's got going on.
Might have to actually copy the link. There you go.
Tyler's coming to Texas in October.
Cool. I try to meet up with him.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna fucking. I'm trying to talk him into using my company so I can go work for him. He said it's all gonna be mirror welding too. He's gonna be over there doing mirror welding, so that'd be badass. It'd be badass to go work over there for them again. As soon as he gets into town, definitely gonna fucking hook up with them and go get something to eat and bullshit though. If I can't talk him into using me for inspection, it is what it is. But
I mean, is it his call or yes?
I don't know. Oh yeah, I will be on a turnaround in October. Don't matter if it's a turnaround. They put me in with. I can make it happen. if he says he wants to use my company, I can make it happen. But yeah, I do have a turnaround in October.
So right now you're off, or you just got like clock into the office?
Doing bullshit. Like today, I went to the shop and fucked around the shop. Yesterday, I went over there and hooked up an inverter in a truck for one of the AUT guys. And it's basically just in between job bullshit, collecting a check. That's it.
Well, shoot, at least you get to go home every night, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Tomorrow, I don't even know if I'm gonna go in tomorrow. I might go in for a little while, but I was thinking about sitting outside in the yard all night with that fucking Mini 14 looking for whatever dogs killed my ducks last night.
You need a mounted next to the camera.
Oh.
Rig something up. I'm sure you can make that happen too.
Give something away, Simon. Give away 2 towels. We'll let Lance know. I'll pay for them.
All right, let's do
one with your logo and one with my logo.
All right.
One winner, 2 towels.
Want his logo on with him?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
What'd he say? What'd you say?
She said, does Simon want his logo on one of them towels?
Sure, why not? Very, very limited edition.
Very limited edition, but hey, it's good to have them. It's good to know they're thinking about us when they're using those towels.
All right. Let me see.
I don't know how you want to do it. Do you want to do a race? You want to do the fucking pick a number, pick fucking dick measuring contest? I don't care how you do it, dude.
All right. Oh, there he is. Hold on.
There he is. What's
So,
up, Ross?
oh, not much.
Hey, balloons.
Yeah.
We figured you'd be sitting around eating some hot peanuts right now.
I've been busy giving them away, man. My buddy Robert come by this afternoon. I gave him a bag. Then I told him to take another bag to another friend of mine, Kevin, and I told Chad to come get a bag because we can't eat all them, man. It's just I had to do that many for the video. You know what I'm saying? If I eat that many salted peanuts, holy crap! I don't need it. They good though, boy. They turned out really good. I was happy with that.
What was it? 20 pounds?
Now it wasn't 10 pounds, but
10 pounds.
the pot's really way too big for that. But man, you get that pot up to a screaming boil so fast. I got 8 gallons of water boiling in like 5 minutes. It's like, like holy
Yeah.
crap!
You can hear over the on the video.
Yeah.
That roaring. boil.
It's really the wrong kind of pot for peanuts. You really need a banjo burner to where you can really cut it down. Because I had to sit there and watch it. And you want to keep a blue flame so you don't turn the bottom of your pot all black from oxidizing. And that was kind of tricky doing that. If the wind blew, it'd turn yellow, you know. But I got through it. It did all right.
Yeah, those boiled peanuts don't get out this way. Usually they're roasted over here.
Yeah.
Roasted
Yeah.
and salted.
Boiled peanuts is kind of a thing that runs from Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. I know Louisiana does it. I don't think it's so much in Texas that I know of. It
Yeah,
could
they
be.
sell them motherfuckers at every gas station. You walk in the door, there's a boiled peanut stand.
Oh, do
in there.
they? Okay, well,
Yeah.
pretty much all over the South, I guess.
You can buy the damn boiled peanuts. You can buy the cans. You know, you got to take a can opener, open them. They're like big
Yeah.
ass 1 gallon cans.
I tell you what, though, if you ever get them fresh like that compared to like Tarina where she works, she'll bring me home a cup of them every now and then. They have some left over when they close up, so she'll bring me a big cup, but they ain't. You can tell those are dry peanuts that they have had to sit there and put in a crock pot forever, you know, to get tender or whatever. But they're all right. I mean, you know, but they're not like the green peanuts that you start from fresh.
Honestly, I can't say that I've ever ate a boiled peanut.
Really? It ain't for everybody. Some people, you know, they just like they don't like that texture because they're so used to roasted peanuts or whatever, and
So-
it's totally different, you know.
There was a guy that would boil them, but they would boil them till they get dry because he would cook them that way. They were raw,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
cook them and then salt them, but they would be dry. They wouldn't be soaked like you did them.
Okay. Well, they also got a peanut, and I kind of like these. You can buy in the store. They're called they're salted, but they're I don't want to say freeze dry. What do they call them? They're dried peanuts, but they got salt all over them when you buy them, and they're in a hull, and the salt's already in them. It's like they boil them, then they parch them.
Yeah,
You know.
that's what they do them here. They boil them, but they put the salt in the water so it gets
Right.
into them.
Right, it gets into
But then
them.
Then they boil until I guess they're dry. I'm not sure. They dry that liquid off.
Yeah, I think they turn right back around and roast them somehow. They're good though. I love them like that.
Hey, I got a joke about 2 guys that go see the Pope and eat peanuts.
No, you don't.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna tell
I show you that joke.
I'm not gonna tell that joke again.
I've got something on this screen. Oh, I thought that was something on my screen. That's that banner behind me with them stripes coming down.
I thought it was funny.
Hey, we were sitting there eating dinner. And my father-in-law right here, Eric, told me that there was an old boy that he was an old man, but he took his wife with him everywhere. And somebody asked him why he took his wife with him everywhere. He said because she's too ugly to kiss goodbye. I'm laughing my ass off.
Hilarious. Hey,
Chrissy said, you better not start taking me everywhere with you.
where'd you go to when you left here the other night? What hotel did you go to? Motel? Or did you drive right on through?
Hey, it's a long story, Russ.
Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, I ended up sleeping in my truck in a Walmart parking lot.
Really? Oh man, that sucks. What time did you hit the road then?
About 6:30 the next morning.
Oh crap! You felt like crap. We knocked down some beers that night.
That's what I'm saying, man. I felt so comfortable. I was like, man, dude, I know exactly where I'm at. It was like I went into your neighborhood, no problem. So I never used the GPS or anything.
Yeah.
I guess I took the wrong way because I passed by a McDonald's.
Okay. On the
There's a
right.
McDonald's. Yeah. When I passed by that McDonald's, there was two sheriffs pulling out in
Oh.
Tahoes. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, there's no way that I'm going to be able to convince anybody I ain't drunk right now.
Yeah.
So they went out, but they went the opposite direction as me. And I was like, fuck, like I can't turn around because I don't want to, I know they're back that way.
Yeah.
And so I just seen a Walmart parking lot and I just pulled right in. I don't know.
Okay. You
know where the-
you must have turned right on the Washington and went down. There's a neighborhood Walmart down that way. That must be
Yeah.
where you was at. Okay.
And I pulled in that motherfucker and turned my headlights off and killed the truck and pulled the keys out of the ignition and threw them in the cup holder and just leaned my seat back like I'm gonna hide from these motherfuckers. But you know that my goddamn company truck has that logo all over it. And
Yeah.
It was 1:00 in the morning and I know there wasn't that many cars on the street, so
Yeah, I was a little bit worried about that, to be honest with you, you know, because I knew you'd been throwing back a few. Hell, me and you drank. Every one you drank, I had one right there with you, you know.
that's what I'm saying. But you know, it worked out all right because I mean, all I need to do is just close my eyes for a little while and get back on the road. So
Yeah.
what would have
Yeah.
been the point of getting a hotel at fucking 1:00 in the morning and
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Actually, it was later than that, I think. I think it was more like 2 o'clock because I didn't go to bed till like 3:30. I come in here and I had more beer. I kept drinking a little bit and sit there and watching shit on YouTube, you know. And finally, I crawled back there in the bed and slept half the day.
yeah, I pulled up in that Walmart parking lot and I reached in the back seat and pulled my little blanket out and fucking. When I woke up in the morning, dude, I guess I had the air conditioner cranked up full blast and all the fucking windows were fogged up.
That's probably a good thing. Nobody could see you for sure then.
Well, shit, I got that 4% tint on my truck anyway. But nah, I woke up and I hit the
Yeah.
road. And like I said, I got home by like I was home by like 12:30.
Okay. Yeah, you got good time there. You're on this side of Houston, so I think when you were sitting there with me, you looked and I think you were like not even 6 hours from your place. It was like 5 hours and something.
It's
That's not
about
bad.
five, almost right at 5.5 hours.
You're close enough to where we could definitely plan a crawfish boil in the future whenever you're not out of town or something, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's not too far away to wake up early in the morning and drive there and then spend all day there and then come back the next day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that or get a room. I mean, you've seen all the hotels not far
Well, that's
from
what
me.
I'm saying. Drive
Yeah.
there, fucking shoot a video, fucking cook some crawfish and shit, party, fucking go
Yeah.
to that. My aim was that Motel 6 because that motherfucker ain't but just right around the corner from your house. I guess I took the wrong way because I never turned my phone on. I never used my GPS, so
Right. Yeah.
I thought I had that fucking. I thought I was like, I know how to get out of here because fuck, you can hear I-10 from your front yard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These.
Oh well, all's well and ends well. Thank God.
Nah, everything was alright. I just had to get off the road, man. So I just pulled up in that Walmart parking lot. Hey, as a matter of fact, there was another car next to me with somebody asleep in it. So I mean,
Well, you probably had having a company truck with that logo probably was a good thing. You're not as out to be pulled over because they don't know if you're, you know what I'm saying, got a reason to be out that time of the morning or not, or going to work or whatever, you know. Because when I worked at the Ingles, I'd leave here every morning at 3:30, so it was
Yeah.
normal for me to be driving that time of the morning, you know.
well, the thing about it is, I have such dark tint on my windows that if they want to pull you over, they're gonna pull you over for that immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's true.
they're gonna be like, "Oh, your tint's too dark. We pulled you over because your tint's too dark." You know?
Yeah, right, yeah.
I got LaPorte, Texas, fucking written all over the side of my truck. They know I'm not from fucking Ocean Springs.
Yeah.
But pulling over in that Walmart and going to sleep like that if somebody would have, if they would have said something like security would have came or something, I'd be like, look, dude, I just left Atlanta. Like I had to pull over. You know what I mean?
Right. Got to get a few Z's.
Exactly. So I don't think it was a big deal.
No.
Yeah, I woke up in the morning and text Christy. She was like, "Did you sleep in the parking lot?" Because she's following me on Live 360. She can see everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Y'all be good.
All right. You too.
Good night.
Wait, that's my bedtime.
Take it easy, boy.
I'm gonna catch a nap, baby, and we get up and hunt.
Oh shit. She's after those dogs, man.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I came home. Sunday? I got here Sunday, and when I left, one of Christy's ducks, they all look kind of the same. They're all like brown, whatever. When I came home, this motherfucker comes strutting up, dude, with a beautiful green head, fucking feathers and shit. I guess when I was gone, it was a mallard, but it takes a little while for them ducks to get them green feathers and shit.
Yeah.
Up and I was tripping. I was like, "Oh shit, babe! Like that motherfucker's a mallard. Like it's beautiful." That motherfucker's walking around the backyard and shit. Last night, 2 dogs broke into the yard and killed that motherfucker.
Oh man.
They killed
Any
the
idea
mallard.
whose dog it is, or?
I got him on camera. But I've been gone for a month. I don't know.
He's liable to come back too. Now that
cool.
he's
Yeah,
done it once.
That's what she said. She
Yeah.
said she's gonna go in there and fucking go take a nap and wake up and keep an eye out.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame. Dang.
Yeah, out of all the ducks she had, dude, that was the prettiest one too. When I came home, I was like, "Holy shit, man, we got them!" Because when she bought them from the feed store, dude, they were just little chicks. They didn't no telling what the hell kind of duck they were. And they've all turned out to be some different breed of duck, but that one duck turned out to be a mallard. I don't know.
Yeah, mallards are pretty with them green feathers and all.
Simon, is that what you got to put? You got to put towel for the.
Yep.
Russ, type in towel so you can be entered in this. These ain't your typical towels from Lance.
Although they are from Lance, they'll be coming from Lance, but
Yeah, but there's some towels I sent him fucking what? A long time ago. I sent him
almost a year
those.
ago. Almost a year ago.
Yeah, and we never gave them out.
Is it the black towels with the RXTX?
No,
It's
you'll be
different.
surprised when you get it.
Okay.
Be surprised when you get
Well,
it.
I think I do. Shoot, I don't know. I got about 20 of them towels. Different makes and models.
David, I got you, David. Who else did it? The moose. Okay, I got Moose and Russ.
Look at this, Russ. Let me see if I can move the camera. Look here. Let me move this around.
David, I got you, man.
I got my where's my zoom? I got my plate all laid out. I
Heck
got
yeah.
my pipe. Let me move this chair. I bought some square tubing, angle iron, and 1.5 inch strap
Nice.
to go around the doors and shit. But like I said, I got all my circles laid out.
What you
It's
gonna
my-
use for racks? Just angle iron and expanded metal?
Yeah, so outside the shop out here, I have I have 2 like I think they're damn near 48 by 8 foot sheets of expanded metal that I bought a long time ago.
Okay. Heck
So
yeah.
I think I have plenty of material. I bought angle iron. It's 1x1 angle iron.
Yeah. You
And I'll
got
I'll probably make a frame and then put expanded metal in there and make two racks. That way I could take them out.
right.
Right.
Yeah. That's why my 24-inch had a lower one that slid in right above where the opening's cut out, you know, and right where that shelf is on the very end of it, the stack was center ways of that grate where it should be, and then it had a top rack that you could just take out, you know, that's for whatever, you know, if you want to throw ribs.
I don't think I'm putting a second rack. I think
No,
I'm just
you don't need it. I hardly ever use mine, man. Hardly ever. Tarina did one time. She did 8 pork butts, and she put 4 across the bottom and 4 across the top, and did good. But most of the stuff I've cooked, I'd take it out. Just have all
that's
that
what
room.
I told Christy. That's what I told Christy. I was like, anything that I would want to cook on a top rack, I'll just fire up the reverse flow and cook.
Yeah.
I got the whole pit. You know what I mean? Like, we'll just have 2 pits going.
There you go. Heck yeah.
Because,
Oh, I got a call. I got a call yesterday from Lone Star Grills, and Amber called. I thought it was Chris because it on my when it called, it said Chris Goodlander, and I asked her. I said, "Hey, Chris, what's going on?" She goes, "Oh, this is Amber." I went, "Oh, hey, Amber, what's going on?" And she, I was just letting you know that your pit's ready and it's going to be shipped out at the soonest possible date, and I'll send you a tracking number. I said, "Awesome, cool." That's going to be that El Patron that you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to have it by next week. It
What
should
is
ship
that?
out this week. It's a Lone Star Grills El Patron. It's a combination of everything, man. It's a smoker, it's a grill, it's a pizza oven. It's got a heavy rotisserie, and it's got a little door, and it comes with a pizza stone. You can do pizzas in it. You can use it for a smoker. You can use it kind of like my pits and spits, where the fire grate comes up and down. Or you can build a fire in the very bottom. It's got that fire brick all layered in the bottom. And then you can use that, the one that goes up and down is like it's got plates that go across there, and you can use that like a deflector plate, diffuser plate.
Huh.
Just multiple ways to use it, you know. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll probably be hammering videos out for a month and a half on that, taking me all the way into winter time. Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah, okay.
And I told him, instead of that hand crank, that's the way you let that rack on.
Yeah, but
I'm getting the round one, like my Santa Maria.
Yeah, the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like that better. But
Man, this is a nice little pit, dude. I like this.
yeah, man, that rotisserie, golly, it's heavy. That rod, I'm not even sure. I might have to take and bore out a hole just to get it through meat. You know, turkey and all would be easy, but like I wanted to do a rotisserie ham, maybe. You know?
1995 is the base model, and then you have to put all the add-ons you want on it, right?
Yeah. And I know I didn't include it, but he did. He said, I'm going to go ahead and put a stainless table on the side of it. And he said a few other things that I didn't add. I just told him what I wanted. But that door right there on the front, that lifts up, and that's actually where you slide a pizza in if you want to use it for a pizza oven.
Oh, hold on. Let me full screen that. Turn off that.
And then at the bottom, you see the little slots where you can use that for ventilation.
Yeah.
Well, you can do it that way, but you can also close them shut like they are, and coming out, they got little grooves that you can just crack the door like a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch. You can let it breathe that away. You can do it both ways or both. You know.
So you're talking about where this handle is for the pizza oven, or the one below?
The one for the pizza oven is that round one up above it where the 2 knobs are. That's the door for the pizza oven part of it.
Oh wow, heck yeah!
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'd be something different anyway. That kind of replaces everything if you think about it. If you're able to do,
yeah, that's pretty
all
badass.
yeah, I don't know where the heck
It's
I'm
like-
gonna put it, but
It's like a barbecue pit, like a chud box, like a pizza oven, everything.
everything in one. And really, that's a selling point, I would think, for a lot of people that's just getting started that want a variety of things. They can just get it all at that one pit and call it a day, you know. But we'll see.
So I guess I got like 3 pits. I got one of them's a Galindo smoker. One of them's I like the way that fucking Jeremy Yoder did that little free floating baffle plate that he does on the solution. Have you seen that?
I hadn't
Well,
seen it.
watch Ant's Barbecue. Watch Ant's Barbecue do a review on Jeremy Yoder's smoker. He calls it the Solution,
Okay.
but he has like a baffle plate that you can take it out. It's free floating, and you can push it closer to the firebox, and it's got holes in it for like cold smoking, or you can open it up and eliminate your hot spot, whatever you're cooking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna steal that idea. I'm gonna steal the
Heck
I'm gonna
yeah.
steal the fucking door on the firebox from the Lindo Smokers from George, and then of course I'm gonna do something with the. I'm not doing a collapsible stack because I don't ever anticipate on needing to take this fucking pit nowhere.
No, I wouldn't either. I'd have it.
But
all
you're not gonna put it
welded.
on wheels though, right? You're gonna put it on wheels so you can move it around.
Well, just hang on a second, Simon, because that's
Okay.
gonna be the fucking.
All right.
That's gonna be my secret to the YouTube world. If I do make a fucking video, well, I plan on filming this shit. Christy told me that I should just film it raw.
Yeah.
She was like, just set the camera up and just film you doing it, and then like whatever parts, we'll just do like time lapse on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And make like a 4-part build series.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
that's
yeah.
how you can do like if you have like an hour worth of footage, you can cut it down to like 10 minutes or whatever it is. If you need to like cut down some portions of it.
So I think that's what I'll do. I haven't done nothing yet except for just layout stuff.
Yeah. When do you
So
got to go back somewhere to work?
Well, in October I started turnaround.
I mean, you got to do something between now and then, though, right? You report every day somewhere.
Hey,
They're-
I've been going to work. I've been going to the shop and fucking around.
oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, like as long as I go to the shop for a couple hours a day, I still get paid. So
Yeah, that's a good
I
deal
ain't
there.
getting big hours. I ain't getting big hours or nothing, but I pretty much have a guaranteed 40 as long as I just make an effort to get to the shop before
Yeah.
lunch and stay after lunch.
Right, right.
So at 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock.
Dude, I didn't know it, but my manager, I mean, I knew he liked to cook and shit. I gave him some Suckle Buster shit that I had, and I knew he liked to cook, but since I've been gone, he bought this big ass like rolling table, and he has a big Blackstone on it, and then like a two burner fucking propane burner on there. He had the electricians put a exhaust fan on the wall, and today he cooked what was it? Some kind of chicken adobo or something like that. You ever heard of that?
Chicken adobo, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that shit was banging. We put it over rice. He had a big rice cooker over there, and he fucking made rice. And so I showed up at like 10:30 and ate lunch and left about 1:30.
Heck
That's
yeah.
all I got to do. That's all I got to do to go get fucking 8 hours. But
Yeah. Heck yeah.
yeah, and that shit was pretty good though. But he's from Louisiana, so he cooks a lot of like gumbo and etouffee and pastelaya and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. Them guys over there in Louisiana know how to cook for sure. A lot
He
of
bought
them do.
he bought a big ass Traeger. That bitch has still got the tags hanging on it. Ain't nobody even turned it on yet. It's out in the shop. And he
Really?
was like, I bought that for you guys. Like I bought that for you guys to do whatever the fuck y'all want. So I think I might try to cook some ribs or something on it. At least get it seasoned up, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right. What kind of Traeger do you remember? Which one it is?
I don't know what brand, I don't know what model it is or nothing.
Yeah. Tell you
It's
what.
just an Academy, like an Academy Traeger.
Yeah. Okay. Jeff's got a few of them. Timberline, and I can't remember the other one. They're both nice for Traegers. You know, they're
So-
really nice.
So we have these plates that we use, like fracture mechanic plates, like that machine that I showed you, Russ,
Mm-hmm.
like that I do phase array with.
Yeah.
So we have these plates that, you know, they're anywhere from, I think the set goes from 1.5 inches, 1.25 to 1 inch to 3/4, but there's like 10 plates, and you know they have like artificial flaws in them, like stuff that's replicate that like duplicates porosity and stuff that duplicates fucking lack of fusion and shit, and it's all marked out just to basically it's a calibration standard, so we can use that for our machine to make sure we can see whatever we're seeing in that thickness of plate.
I got
And
you.
there's like a whole set of them. There's a carbon steel set of them and a stainless steel set of them. And he bought all the material to fucking make a rack that'll hold them all. You know, because they're probably 24 inches long. Anyway, he was like, you know, if you want to take this AutoCAD drawing that I've made and I have all the material and take it to your house and build this for us at the shop, he was like, I'll pay you. So I think I'll do that.
Yeah, there you go.
That way I don't even have to go to work. I just come out here in the shop and
Heck yeah.
build that fucking rack for them plates and get paid for it,
There you go.
fabricate it. So I think I'm gonna start that next week.
Awesome. I had a guy come by here yesterday, been noting for years, and I didn't know who he was. I seen a car kind of slow down, looking in towards me. I was out in the garage with that neighbor next door, and anyway, he pulled in. I didn't know who it was till he got out. I'm like, oh, that's David. But anyway, he's got a green egg or something in some of the hinges, or I don't know what he's talking about, but he said it's rusted out. He wants to replace all that with stainless. I'm like, well, you have to show me what you want, but bring it over here. I said, I could definitely weld stainless here. That's what he was wanting to know. Could I weld stainless? I said, absolutely. I got everything to do it with. But you'll have to show me what you want and bring the material with you, you know.
Russ,
Well,
the griddle that you had from Vibor
Mm-hmm.
on your video, was it last week?
Week before, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Or
Was that actually like a half an inch thick or thicker?
it's over 3/8. It's between 3/8 and a half. It's heavy, man.
Yeah, I looked at.
That freaking box come in. I'm like, holy crap! I was expecting just some lightweight griddle like most of them are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good God, this thing is heavy. So I took it apart, and that's when I seen that plate. I'm like, good gracious, yeah, it's heavy duty. That was Trina. Let me see. Yeah. Need anything else? No. Be
Beer.
careful. I think she's bringing that anyway. Y'all see, I'm drinking water. I'm out of beer. She's bringing
It's shocking your kidneys, huh?
yeah, flushing them out. Oh goodness.
I drank fucking 2
What's
bottles
up?
of water and this today. Just this is what I drank before I even started drinking beer today.
What's up, Sam?
I was a thirsty dog. Then we went out to eat.
I'm supposed to. That stuff that Lep is. Well, he had it sent. It's already been shipped. But as soon as that stuff gets there, I'm making something with that griddle. I've been holding. That's why I got it, so I could do it inside. I don't want to have to. I don't even have an outdoor griddle no more. I've got a little 18-inch that's still over in Mobile at Derek's little gas griddle, and that thing is old. So I got this new one. I'm gonna do a burger with it just as soon as he gets those. As soon as those products come in, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Company.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. Those are gonna be good. It's gonna be a good burger. It's gonna be spicy, but it's gonna be good.
Simon, what is the name of that guy that I sent that video to y'all yesterday? Beard meets food or something like that.
I believe so. Hold on.
Anyway, this dude goes to these restaurants and does that timed fucking challenge where you got to eat a fucking million fucking pound hamburger in 30 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
You know those guys, those people that do that competition food eating shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer meets food.
Okay.
Beard meets food, not meat like shake your hand meet you, but meat like
Meat. Right. Right.
Fact.
Anyway, so I watched one that was filmed he just released it like 2 weeks ago, and he's in Cleveland. There it is.
Beard meets food. That sounds
Yeah,
familiar to me. I've heard of that before.
He's been here. He's been on YouTube for like 10 years or so.
Okay. That sounds yeah.
But yeah, he does these eating challenges all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, he's from England, but he comes over here a lot.
Oh yeah. I know
Yeah,
who you're talking
he's
about.
from
Yeah.
Britain. Yeah, he's from
I've
Britain.
watched him before. Yeah. Yeah, Sam, boiled nuts, man, that's a southern thing. If you don't know what boiled peanuts are. It's definitely a southern thing.
Yeah, that video that I watched, it was released 2 weeks ago, but that motherfucker already had like 4.7 million views on it,
Hmm.
and he's doing the Wolverine fucking challenge. I don't know.
Breakfast,
It was like
yeah, it was a breakfast
an
challenge.
omelet. It was like an omelet, but hey, he had that Cleveland Ketchup Company right next to him, and he was squirting that shit all over that fucking. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
text. I was like, look, that's your people, fucking Cleveland Ketchup Company.
Yeah. I remember seeing that episode last week, and totally missed the ketchup.
The fucking bottle was sitting there next to him with the label facing out. Like it looked like it was placed there on purpose. Like they
I'm sure it was.
Must have had some kind of sponsorship on it.
I'm sure the restaurant had like a sponsorship with them, and just
Well, that's what Leb said. He said that's my people. So
yeah.
Yeah.
he
Yeah, I'm
said it's the
looking forward
best,
to it.
he said in the video it's the best ketchup in the world. So
Awesome.
you have to check it out.
I tell you what, I'll probably end up ordering once I find a place or something that I can only get online. I will. I'll turn around and keep that stuff in stock. There's a certain German mustard that I can't get around here, and I'll order it off of Amazon. And there's certain cheeses I can't get around here. I'll order off of. It's called Wisconsin Cheese Mart.com, I think. And
Well, if it's better than fucking Whataburger ketchup, then I'll order some.
Spicy ketchup.
now I'll tell you what I do sometime. I'll just get regular ketchup, and I got that 2 million Scoville stuff, and I'll put like 2 drops in a
Yep.
third of a cup, and it tastes just like Whataburger ketchup. It spices it to that level. It's not
Yep.
too hot, too spicy, but it's just right. Just a little spice.
Yeah, I usually mix any ketchup with sriracha. And make it a little
Sriracha, yeah.
a little bit spicy.
I tell you what I've been doing lately, man. I've been on this cheese bread kick. We got French bread, and I'll melt cheddar cheese on, and I'll squirt sriracha all over the top of it. I just love that combination.
I can't get down with sriracha. I don't know. It's too vinegary, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, I've been, man,
I
sriracha.
like Valentinas. I fuck with Valentinas. I'd rather have Valentinas than sriracha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you the best fucking hot sauce you can get, like when you're on the road, is go buy a Taco Bell and get that Diablo sauce, man.
Yeah, I've had it. That's good.
Fucking Diablo's badass.
I have a
Diablo
feeling,
ketchup.
I haven't even taken the seal off this. This is some of that stuff my buddy Keith sells. This is called Soul Sucker. Now, he has come out with some really hot sauces in the past, and I'm waiting on this one. Oh yeah, it's got Carolina Reaper peppers. Let's see what else it's got. B something BBW or BBM peppers, cayenne pepper, puree cayenne pepper, salt, water, spices, but it's got the Carolina Reaper, so that is going to be hot. Now, this is his version of like a Louisiana hot sauce. Spellbound. That's not that hot. That's just like Louisiana hot sauce.
Hey Russ, where can I order some of Keith's shit from? Is that what his website is?
Yeah, it's kneedeepblends.com.
Yeah, I'm gonna order some because I want to try it.
That bowl mix, like I did on peanuts,
I want to try that Rougarou.
Rougarou, yeah, he's got all
Yeah.
kind of stuff. I'll tell you another good one. It's in the other refrigerator because I just opened it last week, but it's that blackening seasoning. Gree. I call it grist because I don't live in Louisiana, but over there they'll call it gree. But it's spelled grist, but it's a blackening seasoning. It's good.
What's the website? Knee deep what?
Knee Deep Blends.
Oh, got it.
Tell Keith, man, throw you a promo code so we can order with some
Yeah, I do need to tell him that because he never gives me a promo code for any of that stuff. I really do.
I'm just gonna make one up when I order. I'm just gonna be like Russ Jones 69, and fucking he's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, there you go. There's that. It's just like I said, knee deep blends, but good stuff. He used to own Frogbone, and that was pretty popular, man. And they end up selling. He had an investor, rich guy, oil tycoon, that really was behind all that, and they end up selling it, and they're still in business. We went to Desport's, a local fish market here, and I was looking around the other day, and I was going, "I'll be darned, look at there, there's Frogbone products." They still make them. It's just Keith don't own it more. This is his new one, kind of new. It's been around for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I want to try. I definitely want to try that Rougarou and that Greek. I want to try it all. But
What'd he say?
Right here.
Guys, I just did a soft crab on the smoker. Damn, that was good. I just did the hot ones challenge video coming soon.
Yeah, Hot Ones is a line of hot sauces. In fact, they have a YouTube channel that they do. It's like a interview type of show.
they
The
tell
hot
you all
ones?
Hot Ones, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've watched it many times with celebrities and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I've ordered some of them hot sauces, heatness.com.
Right, the heatness.
Yeah, they got some really good. I can't remember the names of them, but one's a green sauce that's really good on tacos. They got a couple of them, and that's one of them companies I said that I'll keep reordering over and over again as I run out. There's not many, but there's a few I'll do that with.
I can't really fucking just make everything hot here because I'm feeding kids and Christy and the old man right there. He don't really do fucking hot too much.
I'll keep these bottles kind of like even if we go to Taco Bell, when she brings in mine, it ain't on hers. It's just the way I like it, and I'll douse it down with whatever. But if I cook with it, I got to be careful because she can handle spice, but not overboard. Where I can handle a lot more than she can.
Well, just like that, that Suckle Busters, that fucking Caribbean jerk chicken marinade. Have you seen that?
I don't think.
They have a Caribbean jerk marinade, and I made a chicken one day. I marinated the chicken
Mm-hmm.
and grilled it and shit, and everybody was like, "It's too spicy." to me, it wasn't too spicy, but everybody else didn't like it, so the kids wouldn't eat it and shit. And so I had one more pack of the marinade, and I gave it to my boss man, and he loved it. He was like, "Dude, that shit's dialed in." He was like, "Man, I've been to Jamaica fucking a bunch of times," and he was like, "That tastes just like Jamaican,
Yeah, it's supposed to have some fire. They use them Spanish, what do they call them? Scotch bonnets.
Scotch bonnet peppers." Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
and
he said too. He was like, "Dude, I was amazed. Like you could taste like the Scotch bonnet peppers in that fucking jerk."
I love stuff like that, man. I'm crazy over it.
Well, it was a little too hot for my family, so I can't. Like that I get from Devil Dog. That Devil Dog dust, I get it from Drunken Chef, and I make 2 racks of ribs, and I put Uncle Steve's magic ribs on them, on both of them, and then I hit the other one with a coating of that Devil Dog dust, and one of them's for me, one of them's for the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The stuff that was really, really hot was Daddy Dutch's Sweet Heat. That stuff was hot.
I got that shit in the truck.
Yeah, he raises his own peppers for that stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got that shit in the truck, dude, because Christy makes me tuna fish sandwiches for lunch. And you can eat tuna fish sandwiches for 4 or 5 days in a row until you just get tired of them. But if you hit them with that fucking Sweet Heat, it turns them into a whole different ballgame.
There you go. Heck yeah.
Some spicy mustard and some fucking Sweet Heat.
Yeah. I love my spicy stuff. And a lot of guys my age, by the time they get my age, their gut can't handle it no more. And I've yet, knock on wood, I haven't got that problem yet. And I hope I don't, because I love that stuff, man. Not overboard, just a good spicy, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's kind of like these boiled peanuts. I have about, actually, it's probably more like 3/4 of a cup of Thai chili flakes in there, and they're spicy, really spicy. But I figured
Yeah.
with that much water, it would dilute down some, and it did. And Tarina ate them. She go, "Oh, these are good." I like that. All right, good. It's not too much for her, you know. It's got, you can, just a little spice. It ain't bad at all.
You see, down here where we're at, everybody uses the Zatarans or the what is it, the
Louisiana hot sauce.
Louisiana, whatever they use for the fucking crawfish.
Oh,
Everybody uses
oh, you talking about the powder, the boiled
yeah,
mix?
everybody uses
Yeah,
the same shit.
yeah,
That's why I want to try. I want to do a shrimp boil, but I want to use Keith's shit. You know,
Yeah.
just a little something different. 'Cause
it's
everybody
good.
uses
It's got a
the
great
same-
flavor, man. He's always been good at them boiled mixes. It's a little pricey, I'm gonna tell you that, but it's good. You know, I tell you one I like. If I don't have none of Keith's, I still got a 4-pound bag I'm looking at. But what I buy myself, if I have to go buy it, that's Swamp Fire. That's always been one of my favorite trainers too. Just plain old Swamp Fire.
Yeah, here, dude, it's like everybody uses that. Is it Zatarans? Is that what it is?
They got
Zatarans.
Zatarans, and Louisiana's also got, you know, their bowl mix. But Zatarans is probably the most popular.
There's
you know.
another brand that's out of Louisiana. I just can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, there's multiple brands. I can't either. I will use Zataran's Pro Bowl mix. That's pretty good. And Cajun Land. That's a really good one. I love. It's called
Good.
Cajun Land. That's got a really good flavor, and it's not hot or anything like that. It's just a really good flavor.
Hey, Chris, Lance might be lurking in the chat, so you never know.
If you do boiled shrimp, buy Cajun Land, because shrimp don't need to be real spicy hot, no way. But man, it gives them a nice flavor.
Yeah, HEB actually sells they sell a fucking little pack, and it's got the red potatoes, got a couple limes and shit in it, and then it's got like it's like a little pack, but it's a kit for boiling crawfish or shrimp, and it's got the Zatarans in it.
Yeah,
I guess every time I've done it, like lately anyway, that's what I just get. I just grab that little kit and then fucking go get shrimp or crawfish
Yeah.
or whatever.
once crawfish season gets going here, we got Rouse's here. But even Walmart does this. They'll have a whole big setup, and they're selling all their boil mixes. Lemons are there. They got them new potatoes there. Got corn.
That's
Got
it.
it's not kits really, but they got the pea rows out. They got the whole little thing decorated. But Rouse's does the same thing, being out of Louisiana. But Walmart does it too. They also Walmart sells those plastic trays, those round trays like you serve crawfish in.
Yep.
You can buy them there. You know, I've got a stack full of them things
We used
somewhere.
to buy those at the dollar store.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
save them. I save them from the beer. I got probably 15 fucking beer flats sitting over there.
I've got
Yeah,
down
the-
here. I can't get to them right now. Oh, they're up here, but they're called party boats. If you go back on some of my bowl videos, probably 5 years ago, you'll see where I introduced that party boat, and it's like a tray, but it's shaped kind of like a boat, but with a square front on it, you know. And it's got little dividers in it, and you can have like crawfish here, sauce here, just whatever. They're pretty cool. But that guy ended up going out of business. It was a pretty cool idea, but I shouted him out on a couple of videos. I don't have many. I'm looking at 4 of them, I think. That's all I got, but they're big, man.
Yeah,
Fill that
I've seen the ones that go on top of those plastic 55-gallon drums where you can just sit there and fucking
Yeah.
kill crawfish and throw all your
Throw 'em
shit
in
in the middle of
Yep.
it.
Yeah. Sam's
They
talking
said-
about J.O. seasoning. That's what they use up there in Maryland and around surrounding areas for their steamed crabs. And I have used it on a couple occasions. It's real good. I like it. It's great on crabs. It'd probably be good on shrimp too, actually. Now I'm thinking about it.
What, J.O. season is what's called?
Yes, JO number 2 is what I bought. I don't know if they got a JO number 1 or what, but I used the JO number 2. Had to order it. Can't buy it locally. Had to get it off of. What is that?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
those
yeah. I need one of them things. Put your beer
Yeah,
right
those
there,
are
your
quite
crawfish.
Amazon.
Garbage can. It sits over a big old
Yes, sir.
garbage can. Just throw all your heads and everything away.
Yep, Amazon.
So, but
Heck yeah.
Oops.
I hope we have a better crawfish season than what we had last year.
Our work broke and
It-
it holding like 5 gallons
let
of
me push up you.
beans.
There we go.
Last year, or not last year, last season, this year, crawfish didn't come down in price to what, May, April? Yeah, and they were still kind of high even
It was
then.
so really expensive here. I think it was $133 a sack.
Yeah, golly, man.
But
That's
that was
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna split a boil here between 4 of us, and but it's gonna be a lot of people, and it's like
That's the way to
3
do
sacks.
it. At them kind of prices, you got to get people to help you out
Yeah.
and just to have enough for everybody and just everybody pitch in,
Yeah,
Putting
so-
all that on one person, that just, them
So
days
we're
are
gonna
over
try to move
with.
that to next year. Hopefully
Yeah.
the prices will be better.
Yeah, hopefully so. Conditions, hopefully
Yep.
it'll be better.
Yeah, because we have been planning that for a while. Because we missed it not this year, but the year before we missed it. We totally forgot about it. And we're gonna try to do it this year, but the prices were just crazy over here.
Yeah. Prices are getting crazy everywhere, man. It's ridiculous. Stopping us from doing things we always like to do and love to do. It's kind of like these peanuts. I asked Tarina, so how much did you get for them peanuts a pound? I was just curious. And she goes, $2.78 a pound. I went, times 10. I said, good girl, that's a lot for just peanuts,
Mhm.
If you think about it, which I didn't care. I mean, I was doing it for video purposes, I mean, I do love eating them, don't get me wrong, but I'm just keeping us one bag of them, I can't eat all them peanuts.
Sean's prison sweet 16.
She's got a story to tell.
Okay.
Tell the story you just told right now.
And we're in the kitchen. Why are you so close to my face? Anyways, we're in the kitchen and the shelf, so we have like this big fridge, and the shelf on the fridge broke because the little thing was rusted. And there's pinto beans, like 5 gallons of just beans. Pinto beans, baked beans, and it broke and it fell all over the kitchen. So we had to clean it up. So now my shoes, because I had Vans on, they had like the waffle bottom. They have beans all in my shoes. So I had to drive with no shoes on. And I could not drive with no shoes on. My toes were gripping the gas pedal. Because I didn't want my car to smell like beans, so I put my shoes in the trunk.
So anybody out there watching, welcome to. Whoa, that was close to my mouth.
Beans
Welcome to-
between your toes are.
Welcome to working in a barbecue restaurant.
It was cool.
Yeah, she works in a barbecue restaurant, and
That's cool.
Look at Mike. Instigator.
hey, he showed me. Could pull up the picture. I'm gonna show you. Look at the pit that they own. I think it's
Thank you.
not to be.
Let
Yeah,
me get
they
my
have a
beer
really-
put up. I'll be right back.
They have a really nice pit at the place she works at. Looks like about 1,000 gallon. I can't tell the manufacturer of it, but
It's huge.
it looks pretty cool. She got to find it because she has like 90 million pictures on her phone.
Well, I got like 40 or 50 videos on my phone.
More.
I got like 275 pictures on my phone, and I've had my phone for over a year. Most of them are from the rodeo. The rest of them are all from work. So what are you gonna do, Bug? You gonna wash your shoes or just
Yeah, I'm gonna wash them.
spray them all with a water hose or something?
And I put them in the washer with bleach, and they bleach them.
Sister was over there then today. We went to El Tejano.
Fish oil.
There's leftovers in there if you want.
Fish oil and bring them.
Ah, that beer tastes good. Good gracious.
Yeah. Hey, I haven't been there yet, but Christy and Eric and all of them went to go eat at the little restaurant that she works at, and they said it's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. And then judging by the looks of this pit, looks like their shit's legit. You know what I mean? Like a
They
real
using
Texas.
offset? Big offset?
She's trying to find the picture now. It looks like 1,000 gallon. But she
Yeah.
said they lined up with briskets and all that shit.
That's pretty normal or common in Texas. Those big 1,000-gallon.
Yeah.
What's the guy
You might be
out
seeing them.
Franklin's Barbecue? He's got
So
lines of them things, man.
yeah, so the place she works at is it's called what?
Straight off the road barbecue.
Straight Off the Road Barbecue.
Okay. We got a place over my hometown. Come on, Chris, type it out. Pascagoula, and it's called Rob's on the Side, and it's a building, and he's on the side of that building. The entrance going in, and he's got like a little screened-in thing. That's where his big. He's got like a Southern Pride or Old Hickory type smoker and a big wood pile there. That's some fine barbecue, man. He's really good. It's way better than the shed ever thought about being.
Yeah, so I never been to the shed, and I never been to her place either. But
You ain't missing nothing by. Put it like this: you can do better barbecue than the shed. It ain't bad. It just ain't great. It's, you know what I'm saying. That's all I can say about it. It
just the
didn't
name,
impress me.
huh? Just the name.
They got on the map through Food Network, Donner's Drive-Ins and Dives, and eventually they got their own little show there. It was short-lived, but they had their own show for a little bit, and then they just kind of faded away on TV. But they're still a big deal. They just won Memphis in May again, I think, this year. They won, I don't know how many times. You know, whole hog.
Yeah, I seen it on the side. I seen it on the side of I-10 when I was passing through. It said
Yeah.
the shed exit.
Yeah, it ain't nothing special as far as the way the food tastes. It's overrated.
I'm gonna go check out this place. I told Bailey to tell her, the owner of that place, that let me go do a, kind of like people do at the bar A barbecue and shit.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah,
let
when you.
me-
Let's see. Yeah,
Oh,
when you oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big boy there. Good gracious.
Yeah.
My goodness,
Sheesh.
that's a lot of smoker.
What is that, like 4 doors?
1, 2, 3, 4. I see 5. I thought.
6.
Wow.
Yeah. I looked at the picture too. It looked pretty cool. Like how we always put a lip around the door to seal it.
Yeah.
Like their lip is on the inside, so their doors are all flush on that pit.
Oh, okay.
It looks pretty fucking badass, actually. It don't look like there's no counterweights on the doors, so they're probably a pain in the ass to open. But
Yeah.
all that
Probably.
weight's gonna probably keep it fucking. I want to go check it out.
Heck yeah.
I would like to do a video like Eat More Vegans, like he does, and like the shit they did at Bar A. All the different big channels have. But
The
I just
review?
can't bring myself to be gay. Like, hey, like fucking, dude, this shit's so like scripted. You know what I mean? Like we do like cuts and all that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not naturally. I'm not.
Well,
I
what
just
you
wanna-
do is you order the food and eat it, and then you tell us what you feel about it.
No, but I'm just saying. I mean, there you go, Russ.
That's my cutting boards from some video I did the other day. Which one was it? Pits and Spits.
Oh yeah.
What video I dropped? I used them. I can't remember. Whatever I did on the Pits and Spits here.
Steaks.
Huh?
You just did a video on Pits and Spits.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. What did I do though? I can't even remember. Oh well.
You
It'll
did
come-
burgers and you did steaks.
Yeah, I did something else just
Daddy,
the other
look how
day.
much Sean has changed since you've been in the army. But that was
Oh.
before the first, and that's now.
What a strong kid.
Isn't it like different?
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Let's see here. Where's my damn channel at? Switch
I got that
account.
same thing. I got that
Oh,
same
here we
six pack. I got that same six pack. I just keep it covered.
View channel.
Let me put you on mute real quick, dude. I gotta go make this dog shut the fuck up.
Oh, I did that garlic shrimp po' boy. That's what it was.
Oh, that was just the recent one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just the other day. I dropped like 3 videos, really 4, kind of boom, 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 trying to get some numbers up on my channel. August always sucks, man. God,
That, and it's hot as heck to be out there at the pits.
it is. I've been kind of lazy this summer with the cooking, mainly because of that, you know. But it's starting to get better.
Yeah, I told Randy that the hottest it got today was 94, and it's been in the 80s most of the day.
Yeah. It got a little warm today, but like that day here, that night, man, it was nice and pleasant. It wasn't bad at all.
It's probably in the 70s now. Let me see.
I don't know
76
where
right
we're
now.
at. Where's see, you're cooler than we are. We're 86 right now.
Yeah, I think it's raining over here, so
Okay.
that cools us off a little bit more.
That humidity must came back. Yeah, it did. 76%. 86 feels like 97. That's what I said. And today's the first day it's like that, but they're saying we're going to have an early fall. Boy, I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Man, I can't wait.
Get back outside and cook some stuff, man. Get some more videos out.
Thanks, MBA.
The po' boy, that's the one where you put the butter on it. It started the fire, right?
Yeah. That butter dripping on the fire. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was it. That was a damn good sandwich. Trina about had a fit over it. I put that mayo together with the lemon, the hot sauce, and some of his blackening season. That was legit on that sandwich. But just something to do, man. I owed them a video since July, and that's why I said I've been getting late. It ain't so much being lazy with it. It's just like, golly, it's freaking hot. Just not wanting to, you know. Not only that, every August, man, I don't know what it is about YouTube. That's my very worst month, and I know that going in. And it's just like I'm not very motivated to make videos until it starts getting into like October, November. Then I'll start firing them off, man.
Yep.
Rapid firing videos, but
Holidays are coming, so all your other videos are gonna start popping off too, aren't they?
right. Matter of fact, like what I said, when I get this, I got to do this burger video. Then I'm gonna concentrate on that new LSG pit. Probably bam, 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 bam. Probably a month and a half, and some of that will be holiday videos, like a rotisserie turkey. And
Yeah.
I don't know how well it's gonna do because people say, "Oh, well, that's rotisserie." I don't want to look at that. I don't have a rotisserie, that sort of thing. But
You can also always do like a chicken breast video,
Mhm.
smoked chicken breast.
yeah, that too. And
A
I
separate
thought
video.
about something I did for S&S Grills a couple years ago, back when I was working with them. They wanted me to recreate a honey baked ham, and man, I did some research and I freaking nailed that recipe, and I did it on that pit.
Mhm.
And I want to do that on a rotisserie. I
Yep.
think that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. But so I'm definitely doing them too, and anything else I can think of.
So that gets shipped to you this week.
She called yesterday and said that she'd send me tracking whatever day it ships. It'll probably ship maybe tomorrow, next day. I don't know. So I'm expecting to get it probably early next week. The way that works, the company that's usually delivered on 18-wheeler, they'll
Yeah.
call me and make sure I'm home and whatever. It usually comes out of New Orleans. It'll ship from Houston to New Orleans, then they'll drive it over. Sometimes it comes out of Mobile though. They'll truck it. It'll go to Mobile and they'll send it back to me. You know. But one thing I like about their pits, you ain't got to put nothing together. When it gets here, it's ready to go.
Yeah, when
What's that? That Pits and Spits.
Lone Star Grill.
No Lone Star Grills.
Oh yeah, no story.
Yeah, I
when,
mean it's custom fabricated. You know, it's ready to go.
when Joe got his, it was already put together. It was on a pallet.
Yep.
And he ended up pulling it off his truck for himself.
You talking about that?
Smoking Joe.
Didn't he get the pellet grill?
Yeah, it's a pellet grill.
Yeah, that was about 450 pounds.
Yeah. The big boy, man.
Yeah.
I see Joe made a new video, but I haven't got a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, I saw the thumbnail right before Al went live.
Oh, I seen the thumbnail. It was sausage.
Yeah,
Good looking thumbnail. I seen that. I'm like, damn.
I'll watch it tonight.
I haven't got a chance to watch it yet.
I got to do that too this fall. I want to do at least 2 sausage videos. I'm not going to hammer it very hard.
Where is Joe at? Why ain't he in the fucking chat?
I don't know. I thought he was going to start going live on Wednesdays again. He did that one night, but I haven't seen him go live since.
Yep.
But
That's another one that I got to go see too, Russ. But he's fucking 11 and a half hours the opposite way from you to me.
in the other direction. Yeah.
Make sure you pick me up on the way.
Yeah, I will.
We'll split the gas.
Shit.
Daddy, look what I got.
He's like 8 hours from me, so it's like
And then his dog texted me.
Yeah, he's on the other side of Texas, right there at the border, I think.
Yeah.
He's the furthest away from me. He's still in Texas though. He's in El Paso.
He's
Like,
almost
He's
like
like next to or New Mexico, right?
Yeah. New Mexico,
Right.
Okay.
New Mexico, California, Mexico.
Yeah, he's way over there.
I don't even really consider him a Texan because he's over there fucking. He's on the furthest point. Like, motherfucker, get your ass towards the middle somewhere.
Yeah. I get what do you say? I get the pink rod when I go fishing with him.
Yeah, he's been going fishing mostly on TikTok, but he bought some fishing rods that are neon colors, orange and green and pink.
Huh.
Real bright.
Yeah. Over there.
They're called something like Hellfire Sticks or some shit
Something
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like some brand of. I've
Oh,
never used.
I didn't tell you, but my youngest son, y'all knew about him knocking a hole in that pontoon boat
Yeah.
and tearing up the foot on his motor. Well, they totaled the boat, and they're going to pay for the boat, and I think he gets like $6,000, whatever the difference is, from what it was actually worth. But he found him another one. He's going tomorrow to buy it, but it's not a pontoon boat. It's a big V-hull fishing boat. $37,000. He says he's paying for that damn thing. I'm like, holy crap, dude! What's wrong with you?
Bust out another 1,000. That's what boat stands for.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was him, I'd buy that fucking pontoon boat back from the insurance. Have you fix it.
He thought about doing that. He actually said that
bucket.
same thing, but I think he just decided to get away from pontoon boats altogether. I told him, I said, man, get you like a little Carolina skiff center console, something we can go in the back bay with, or out in the front. But it's not an island boat really, but we do all our fishing up in these bayous. I said, I just want to go fishing.
Hey, you know what, dude? I ain't gonna lie. Like, I had a Wellcraft full V-bottom fucking. It was a bow rider 180 Wellcraft center console, and it's crazy because when you're in a boat, you want to try to get as skinny as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some of the places we're fishing, I'm looking at my buddy like, dude, we could be right there on the land casting to where we're at. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
Why did I buy a boat that's gonna go in fucking all this deep ass water when you're in the water you try to get as close to the land as possible, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I got this little 18-foot fucking center console Boston Whaler, dude. And I'm telling you, when me and Christy went out in it last time, the tide went out on us and I had to get over a sandbar and I drug I drug the ice chest to the middle of the boat, had her stand in the dead middle right behind the steering wheel. I got out in fucking ankle deep water, dude, and pushed that boat.
Holy crap.
Never even touched the bottom. I
Yeah.
trimmed the motor up. When the motor was trimmed up, pushed her right over the top of that sandbar. Dude, that fucking boat has like a 6-inch dead draft.
Yeah. Yeah, it's full
You know,
of ventilation. It can't sink, you know.
It's a Boston Whaler. It doesn't
Yeah.
sink. It's all made out of foam. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Derek had one, not a big one like that. He had a smaller version he used for a dinghy. He had an outboard on it when we had the sailboat. And he ended up giving that thing to somebody. Man, you are crazy. I said, we could have fished out of that little dude. You know, it was a center console at one time, but it wasn't a great big one. I think that whole thing might have been 12 foot long, something like that. Maybe 14. I don't know.
Dude, a lot of sailboats and like big yachts and shit. That's what they have. They have like little Boston Whalers for
A dinghy.
They can't get close to the shore. Yeah, a dinghy just to go back and forth.
Yep. That's why he had that one. Because he'd
Yeah,
anchor
I love-
off somewhere
I
and
love
matter of fact, he used to take it sometime instead of, the sailboat was parked there at the marina. A lot of times he'd get in that dinghy and he'd run a TB&T, which is the Blind Tiger, just to get a few drinks
see-
to drink,
You see that? You see right above the Ranger right there. You see that Mercury, that 90
Yeah.
horse Mercury.
Yeah.
That's a brand spanking new engine.
Wow. Okay.
Brand spanking new.
Heck
And
yeah.
I'm gonna put that on my boat, but I'm gonna put a hydraulic jack plate on the back because right now that fucking motor that I have on there, it sticks a little too far down. So like
Yeah.
the boat fucking will go in super skinny water. It's just you're always looking at the cavitation plate and the propeller's way lower than the boat. So I'm gonna put a hydraulic jack plate on it where I can lift it up and scoot right across the Morch Reefs, no problem.
Yeah. There was a boat, and I was sitting there trying to think of it, that had some sort of adjustment like that on the actual motor. And man, this thing, you could get into like 8 inches of water. I can't remember the brand of that boat, though. That thing was
Well, it was
cool.
probably a tunnel hole. It was probably a tunnel hole. They make the back of the boat where it goes up into the transom. It's a tunnel hole, so it still puts enough water to
Yeah.
push the boat.
It's
Mine
a
doesn't
guy.
have a tunnel hole.
It's some guy I used to watch. He used to do a lot of fishing videos. I used to watch him all the time. And I haven't heard from that guy in a long time, but it was his boat. And I can't remember the name of it. Oh, well, maybe it'll come to me. It was pretty cool.
Well, on my boat that I have right now, I have a Johnson 88. That's what the boat is. The motor is a Johnson 88.
Yeah.
That's a Mercury 90. So I gotta swap out the motor and all the controls because the controls don't talk to each other. The
Gotcha.
Johnson controls don't. The throttle, the choke, the fucking ignition, all that shit don't talk to a fucking. So I gotta swap everything out. So when I do it, I'm gonna do it right. I'm taking it to a marina, having a hydraulic jack plate put on that bitch, and all the controls brand new. New steering, new throttle, everything. So that way.
Yeah. I hear you. Heck yeah.
And then once I hook up this Ranger to it, once I hook that Ranger to that tongue of that boat, I don't think I'm ever taking them apart. That's a unit. When I want to go fishing, I take the Ranger and fucking go put the boat in the water and fucking.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
You could put a fucking stick of dynamite in my Boston Whaler and blow the boat up, and every piece of it will float.
We'll float. That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That is a fact.
Simon, what's up with your fucking your giveaway? Are you getting ready to do it or what?
Yeah, I have 10 entered, so we can run it.
Give them it's 10:08 right now. Give them
Yeah.
till 10:10. Whoever hasn't entered. How many people are watching?
22 now.
Yeah,
And you got 10 entered.
type in towel.
I guess nobody needs an extra towel to hang on the bedpost, huh?
I got you, MBO.
Or you can throw it in your tackle box.
Get your fish, John. Now I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Chris is still in here, Chris, send Simon a picture so he can put a picture of it on. You have a picture of it, Simon?
No, I don't. It was on the. I think it was on Sleepers Live.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in fact, he showed it.
Yeah. You run out of toilet paper? No big deal. You got an RXTX fucking towel.
I should have a towel here. Nope, I have it handy.
I was gonna see if Bailey has her old. She has an old iPhone, not an old iPhone, but just her old iPhone before Christy got her that new one. And I was gonna see if she had it. I was gonna try to film this this building this barbecue pit instead of using this Sony fucking ZV-E10 instead of having it out here. Just have that iPhone because I really don't want to be throwing a bunch of sparks and shit around this camera.
Yeah.
I know everybody fucking films on an iPhone nowadays.
Yeah. Do you have a holder for the camera for the tripod?
It came with it.
Okay, cool.
I just never used it because I just screw the screw into the bottom of this. But
Right. Yep.
yeah, I was telling Christy, I was like, I don't have GoPros. I know a lot of people use GoPros and shit. But if I had her old iPhone, at least I can still capture the video.
Yeah. Then download it to a laptop if you need to, or edit it on the phone itself.
Well, I mean, does all that shit still work, even though it's not connected to the?
Yeah, as long as you can get an internet connection and have it be able to download apps. You can download. Oh, you know what? It's got iMovie in it. You can do it with iMovie.
I don't know. That was just what I was thinking. Maybe I could leave that out here and, just every time I'm doing something, just move the tripod and turn it on and let it film.
Or if you can get the footage to the camera or to the laptop, and then edit on the laptop.
Well, I know we can do that because she's filmed stuff on her iPhone before and we put it in videos.
Oh, we have a picture. Hold on.
John
give me-
L., you know what? You were almost right.
Oh well, never say never, huh?
Yeah, the shifter show took over for a little bit.
Yeah, I did. I left doing all that alone.
Well, here's what you can win.
That's what
And it looks dirty already.
That ain't used, is it?
So we're doing two. We're doing one with your logo and one with my logo.
So imagine my logo over where Randy's is.
Yeah.
It'll kind of look like this.
Dude, I sent Lance a whole pack of those motherfuckers, dude. Like I sent him a whole pack of those cum rags. They already have that cum rag stitched on them to give away a long time ago, like a year ago, and then we never gave them away. So
Slightly used.
So if you win, dude, that's
almost as good as new.
Yeah, if you win, that's a limited edition run. I mean, there's not going to be a lot more of those ever made.
Thundercat enter so you can win one. Hopefully win one. It stands by itself.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have that towel. That ain't nothing like the ones I got.
Well, that's not you. That's not for the barbecue. That's for the bedroom.
Yeah. That's for those towels are
That's why they're white.
those towels are sponsored by Blue Chew, by the way. Yeah. Hey, they come in handy. They come in handy. You'd be surprised.
Thundercat, just type in towel when you're in.
They come in handy when this happens.
Hey, there you go. When your wife asks you, you'll be like, I was eating a salad. That's ranch dressing.
Barbacoa Bandits, now he's gone. He might be lurking. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't talked to Daniel in fucking forever.
Did he ever do content like videos on his channel or anything, or
Yeah, mostly on Instagram.
does he do that anymore? Or
Mm-mm.
he just gave up all of it, huh?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in forever. I think AJ talked to him, and maybe Lep might have talked to him since he's disappeared, and he's just basically like, give that shit up. So
Yeah.
So we
it
have
happens.
12 entered.
I know he came to Houston, man. He came to the rodeo, and we had a great time. And then shortly after that, he disappeared. So
I don't know why. That's weird.
better to burn out than to fade away, I guess.
I guess so. Found other things to do.
Yeah, run it wherever you want. Simon, it's already been 15 minutes later,
Yep.
so if anybody else is gonna join it,
Hold on, let me see full screen. So I'm gonna run down the names here. It's David H, Christy T, Bat, David Carlisle, MBL, Travel Diva, Shade Tree, Mike H, Russ, The Moose, John L, and Thundercats, all that I have listed now. We're gonna go do a pogo race.
gotta do a pogo.
Yep.
If you didn't see your name on that list, you're a hoto, so don't even worry about typing it. You just go to bed tonight. No, you love dick.
All right, here we go. The music is kind of loud, so let me do that. All right. All right. So you want to do first and second, or what do you want to do?
Your race, your rules.
Or
First and
winner,
last,
or winner takes
second.
all?
winner. Are we doing? Yeah, we're doing 2 towels.
So we're gonna do first and last.
Whatever's clever. Your logo first, my logo last.
All right, we'll do that.
All right.
All right, here we go. Oh, wrong string. What's up, Lewis? Step in.
There's Lewis right there. Lewis wants in that shit. Give Lewis a chance. He's a fucking blue. He's a blue wrench. Lewis, type in towel.
I'm just gonna throw him in there.
Just throw him in there. Fucking. I feel like Lewis needs a cum rag for some reason. I just feel like he needs a new cum rag.
It's rough out there in the farm, man.
I know he's down there in the fucking south.
Sweat rag.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, we're gonna pogo it. We're gonna pogo it. Oh, I gotta turn that off. There you go.
I don't know why fucking MBL's guy. Why is your butt coming so close to the ground, dude?
You're waiting for the big bounce, man.
That was fucking touching.
There's rough. Look at that.
He's letting the ant high five his butthole every time he hops.
Christy all the way back. Moose all the way back. We're going first and last, so
Yeah. Simon's logo on a cum rag first. My cum rag is getting sent to you personally. It's not an iron on either.
yeah, mine's first and Randy's sloppy second.
That's the way it usually is in the real world anyway. I gotta get another beer. Hang on.
All right, here we go. Okay, we got push to the back here in the bed, look, and then they just take off. There you go. We're looking for first and last. First and last. Here you go. David H. It's going first. Oh, wrong screen. Exit out of this one. Go over here. David H. And then the Moose.
The Moose.
You get the Randy towel. And David H. gets my towel.
Yeah. Congratulations, winners.
What's up, Lewis?
I hope everything comes out good for you when you use it.
I'm gonna send Lance a text.
Yeah. Lance is cuddling right now. Lance is all cuddled up.
Make sure I get this right. First place was David H.
I told these boys, Russ, that we're not doing no more welding talk on their barbecue channels no more.
Yeah, we got a channel we can do that on soon.
We're doing on a man's channel where motherfuckers understand what fucking DCE EP means.
What a 7018 is, and
We're doing that shit on a real man's channel.
You talked to Tyler about that yet?
No, but I will tomorrow. I just
Yeah.
haven't called him.
Yeah, we're gonna get started with that. October, I think, would be a good month when it's nice and cool for me and you, because you film out there in your garage, and I'm gonna be doing the same thing. And
There you go.
I don't want to have to run a fan this time of the, when I do that, because that's gonna be cutting through the mic and everything.
Yeah,
Even when
I
you
got
have
this
a mic
fan,
pin to you,
but I got on low.
What's that?
even if you have a mic pin to your lapel.
I might could do that. I've never tried that actually. I don't know, because I'm doing it from this. I tell you what I need to do. I know Randy does it like that. He uses one of his Sony cameras. I need to do it that way, because I got a power supply for that camera where it can just run without worrying about a battery, and turn it to where to that no overheat switch or whatever. I think it's already switched to that.
Yeah. Dude, I plugged mine into the USB on the computer, and like it's good to go.
Okay.
As long
might
as
could do that
the
too.
computer has juice, right?
What kind of camera is that? Sony what?
ZV-E10.
That's one I got. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
And dude, we haven't seen him in a while, but Mike, Mike,
Triple B.
not Triple B, the other Mike from here in Texas,
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown, yeah.
Oh
he
yeah.
has the same camera I have, but he has a problem with it overheating. Like when he films, he has to put like a rag over the top of it and shit when he's out in the sun.
Mine overheat if I'm in the sun. My other one, that E66, that joker don't overheat. But that Sony, whatever it is, ZEV, whatever you just said, that one, if that sun's hitting it, and I can feel it, oh boy, it's getting hot. But if I back it up and put it in the shade, I'm fine. It'll just keep right on playing. It's just.
I've never had a problem with this one.
And it's only in the summer. In the winter and fall, I don't have no issues. It's just when it is freaking like it's been, I have a problem.
Well,
but my phone overheat My
Yeah.
phone even overheats.
Yeah, if I get it too
Really?
close to the grill, it will overheat it.
Yeah. I've had the son do mine like that because it's black, and it'll just get too hot and shut down on me.
Yeah, I guess when I did that chili video, the whole time I was out there filming, it was all on the tripod. But come to think about it, like it was in the shade, like the
Yeah.
trees were shading it. You know what I mean? It
Right.
wasn't in direct sunlight, so
Well, you've seen where I live and where I cook, and there's nothing blocking that sun. But if I
right.
cook right there in front of the garage door, I'll set them tripods up with that overhang. That's shaded. That's why I did that. That's why I did that bowl, peanut bowl, and that's also the way I did that po' boy. Both of them were done right in front of my garage, so I could get back in that shade and just have them right in front of me. Now, once winter or fall gets here, I'll be able to get out in the grass with it. That won't be no problem.
Yeah, I've never had a problem, but like I said, I mean, in a lot of times when I did film videos, I was under the carport, so there was no sun or
Yeah,
there.
Mike. I think Mike is out there in away from the house. He don't have no
It
shade.
looks
Yeah,
like
he
it
does.
looks like it looks like his pit's in the middle of his pasture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen nothing out of him in a while. He kind of comes and goes.
Yeah.
He'll pop up every now and then you
It's
don't
been
hear
like
from
2
him.
or 3 months that he posted a video.
Yeah, I know he's around because he hit like on something I posted on Facebook yesterday, I think, or day before
Yeah, and
yesterday.
see, and he responded to me on something on Facebook too, so I know he's around. Maybe he's just busy.
Yeah.
He probably is a working man. I know how that is. Well, you do too. It just cuts into your
feel
time
him.
to do anything, really.
Right. Yeah,
I tell you what, all them years
I think
I
Mike-
did
I
this.
think Mike had a new kid too, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken,
Oh.
Mike Brown, didn't he have a new kid?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't
That
hear
shit
that.
might be something to do with it too, though. If he had a new baby.
Could be. But yeah, all the years I ran my cooking channel while I still worked, that was a job, man. Especially when I was in management, because there was a lot of times they made us come in on Saturday and Sunday and we couldn't say no. We had to be there, and I'm still trying to pump a video out. It was a pain. So
Yeah. Well, that's just like, people saying, like, I don't have fucking that many subscribers and I've been in the game for this long. Dude, I didn't fucking put in the work. I know why I have less than 500 subscribers 2 years later is because I didn't put in the work. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you
Like,
haven't
I
done the
can't
videos,
nobody
yeah.
but myself.
Yeah, you got to be consistent to do that. But if you ever get to where you can grow it any size you want.
Right.
Just got to keep plugging away at it.
Like I told him earlier, if he records the build of his pit, that should bring in some views and some
That-
subscribers.
I'm telling you, man, and I'm seeing that from my other channel. I mean, it's still real new, you know what I'm saying, and young, but I can see it growing already. I'm like, man, this might turn into something. I'm still thinking, as much stuff as you know how to do, you ought to consider doing those kind of videos also, or maybe only, or combine it. It don't matter what kind of channel it's on. If a certain video just takes off, it's going to take off. I don't care what kind of channel you got. And the reason I say that, I've got certain videos that did really well that had nothing to do with cooking. I got one on that kayak I used to own. It had
Yeah.
nothing to do with cooking. I'm doing a walk around and did a whole video on this thing, and it freaking blew up. It still gets views. And it's like, you never know. It's just the content itself. It don't really matter that it's on a cooking channel necessarily. If that
Yeah, I
video
think-
takes off, it takes off, period. Regardless what kind of channel it's on.
I think that if I really did, put some effort into making videos, that
Yeah.
I might could do something with it, but my schedule, fucking sign. Everybody knows my schedule. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
as
it's
soon
hard.
as I committed to it and be like, I'm gonna do this every fucking week, dude, they would send me to a job where I barely have time to come home and take a shower and go to bed. You know what I mean?
And I think that's why, like, I ain't trying to speak for Mike by any, at all, but I know that probably is a lot of his problem too, is because of his work schedule, out there for so many weeks, back home, back and forth. it's got to be a pain to try to run a channel when you're never in the same place very long, you know.
Yeah, what Mike's a fucking like a instrumentation technician in the chemical plants too. So
No, I'm
he
talking
probably
about
gets.
I'm talking about Triple B, Mike.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's a crane operator.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's even
heavy
more.
equipment. Yeah,
That's even more. I was talking about Mike Brown. I think he's an instrumentation, like a mechanic or something. So
yeah. I used to work with them guys. Used to have to weld for some of them.
I'm pretty sure Triple B's like crane operator.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is. He was on Lance's live probably about 3 weeks ago, and
Yeah,
we
so
chatted.
I was in Georgia. I was in Georgia, and you know, I was in that gay ass time zone that fucking
Yeah,
is later than everybody else.
yeah.
And
He
so
was.
in the morning when I woke up, I turned it on my phone while I was getting ready, and I seen that he came on like right after I left.
Yeah, he's talking about making a comeback, but doing things a little bit different this time. So we'll see. We'll see what he's doing. You know what he's gonna do. But we'll see. I
I
like
like
Mike.
Triple B. I like Mike, dude. He hooked me up when I very first got started on YouTube, like when I was still buying equipment and shit. Like he told me the lights to buy.
Yeah.
Well, he told me the lights he had, and I bought them. And he used to, you know, we
Mm-hmm.
shot the shit back and forth about what it takes to be YouTube.
Oh, Steven and his shrimp.
Any shellfish, man.
Yeah. You know, Mike Nackby, every time I do a shrimp video, he'd always make a point to say on there, well, you know, I can't eat shrimp, but I enjoyed the video, blah, blah, blah. Steven does the same thing. But Mike just recently ate some shrimp because his daughter loves them. And he's like, man, they're good. I said, I didn't think you could eat them. He said, well, I didn't think I could, but now I can. I'm like, whatever, dude.
Well, my sister was allergic to pork for the longest time.
Really?
Yeah, and it seems to have gotten over that now.
Huh. That might be what happened to him, but thank God I'm not allergic to seafood because, I mean, I was born and raised around it right here on the Gulf Coast, just like Randy, you know what I'm saying? And that's just
Shit.
the way we ate, you know, and you don't eat
Like,
this, you ain't eating nothing.
yeah, growing up, we ate fucking seafood probably more than we ate meat because my
Yeah,
dad would go catch fish and
yeah, same here, man.
you know
Our
what I mean?
freezers was always full of fish, and I was out there too helping to bring them in, you know. But my
That's
dad
it.
would buy a big box of shrimp every shrimp season, like in June, first part of June, and it'd be like 100-pound box. And my sisters and mom would put all that shrimp up in these old. You could buy milk cartons that's never been used before. They didn't have no label on them, and they would put all that shrimp, fill them up with water, and put freezer tape around the tops of them to seal them, and just stack them all in the freezer. And I swear to you, by fall or getting in the winter, every one of them shrimp were gone. That's how often we cook them. We'd either
Yeah.
boil them or fry them, one or the other. That's what my mom cooked them. You know.
We used to go to well, I didn't. I went with them, but I didn't buy it. When I was a kid, though, we used to go to a bake camp down here in fucking Mont Bellevue, close to where Franco lives. It was called Crowley's, and we would get those fucking wooden crates full of fucking shrimp.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know. I don't know how many pounds it was. 50
they're 100-pound,
pounds.
100-pound
100
boxes. Yeah,
Like wooden crate, like a whole
Right.
wooden crate.
that's why these were.
Yeah, we'd get that shit.
Me and Tarina went. We went to
Name it.
Treasure Bay. I must have deleted that picture. No, there it is.
That shit probably cost fucking $2,000 to get 100.
Treasure Bay
shrimp.
Casino has a crab night buffet. That's
Yeah, I seen that on Facebook.
yeah,
Whenever I commented, I was like, that's a
didn't-
big ass crawfish.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I didn't pay no attention, but that's Dungeness crab beside, and you can eat all you want. But I got to looking at that lobster. I didn't think much about it at the time. Then there was a lady right beside me, and hers had big old claws on it. I said, "Wait a minute, mine didn't have no damn claws." I could have went back and got more, but I was eating everything else. It was a full buffet. You could eat everything, but we started off with crab. That was Trina's idea. She'd been wanting crab, but she got her fill.
Well, that ain't the lobster from around here, though. Our lobsters down here where we're at don't have claws.
No, that's Maine lobster. They just shipped
Maine
in.
lobster.
We got
Yeah.
spiny lobsters, is what they call. We used to
Yeah.
catch them back when we used to scuba dive years ago. But
Yeah,
yeah, those are Maine
we'd catch
lobsters.
them.
Those
We'd
are
catch
actually a
them.
small one.
We'd catch them when the tide would go out because they would get stuck in those little tide pools. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Go grab them motherfuckers. And,
yeah. We used to scuba dive on these wrecks down in Florida and stuff, and we had these catch bags. Had just open up like that. We'd take our knife in one hand, that catch bag, and we'd run them into these bags. Come back up with them, throw them on a boat. But they were spiny lobsters.
man, when I was in Hawaii, when my dad was still alive, I was in Hawaii, and he told me, he was like, if you see an octopus, he was like, get that, like,
Mm-hmm.
because we had our diving knives on our ankles. He's like, if you see one, fucking get that motherfucker. Like, we want it.
Yeah.
And dude, I went down there and there's a fucking octopus. That motherfucker's head was about the size of a cantaloupe. And he was up under some rocks and shit. And I seen him. I was, I had a snorkel and a mask and fucking, I seen that motherfucker and I went back up for air. And I was like, all right, I see his ass down there. And I took out my knife and I swam down there and fucking stuck his ass with that fucking knife. All 8 tentacles he had fucking wrapped up on my arm, and that bitch started climbing my ass and fucking I panicked. I dropped my knife, I let go of the octopus and everything. He inked me. Fucking I swam back up fucking up there and I watched him. It looked like a ball of chicken fat fucking rolling on the ground. Like, and I watched him fucking swim off, dude. I was like,
How old were you again?
huh?
How old were you
How-
then?
Probably about 13. Yeah, that
I've
shit.
never eaten octopus, but I actually got a video on my channel making calamari. Squid.
Yeah.
But I show how to clean them and everything. I've eaten plenty of squid, but never octopus.
Dude, you fucking, hey, I love calamari.
Yeah, me too.
Or, like make it like you do like crawfish, like spicy fucking.
Yeah.
Make like that caldo, that soup, that calamari fucking soup. Man, I love that shit.
Yeah. I get these here from an Asian market. Them squid, just the bodies on them are like this long, and then their little tentacles or whatever coming past them. But yeah, it's on my channel somewhere. It's fried calamari or something like that. But I show exactly how you got to cook them so they're not rubbery, which is really hot, really fast, to where they brown in a hurry. Because if it takes a long time to brown like it does chicken, they turn to rubber. Rubber bands.
Yeah, that was my first and last time ever diving for an octopus. That motherfucker wrapped me up in like 1 second. He put all of his tentacles around, grabbed my whole arm, freaked me the fuck out. Yeah, I let go of everything. I let go of the knife, the octopus, everything. And
Yeah.
everybody was telling me too. Everybody was telling me like if you see another one, like don't fucking let go of it. They were like, because when you get it to the surface and you flip it upside down, it goes limp. Like once it breaks the water surface, as long as it's upside down, it goes limp, and then that's when you.
Don't they have a beak or something they can get you with?
Yeah, dude, they got a fucking like a parrot. They can
Yeah.
fucking bite the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That motherfucker didn't get a chance to bite me because I let go of him like in a split second. As soon as I stuck him and he inked and he fucking grabbed onto me, I let go of that motherfucker.
He needed a cum rag, didn't he?
Well, yeah, exactly. He needed to fucking yes I can barbecue.
There it is. Steven just posted a link. Smoker is fried calamari.
Let me go click on that link.
Well, that was a long time ago. That video is probably 10 years old. That's back when I was really into it, man. I was a lot younger there, too. I was 55, I guess, instead of 65.
Yeah. I'll be there one day. I'll be there pretty soon, Russ. Don't worry.
Oh yeah,
I'm 42 right now. It seems like
yeah.
this morning was the beginning of August. I come home and it's the end of August. Like, God damn, that whole fucking month flew by. I know I was in
10
Georgia
years.
working and shit, but fuck, I come home, my kids are older. Like, everybody looks older.
Yeah, they are a month older.
A month, I know, but I'm just saying it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like when I walked in the door, like the ducks all look different, the turtles bigger, the fucking
The
fish are all
turtle's this big around now. It's like,
like,
that
God damn, just in a month.
hot tooey. Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. That's one reason. I don't know. I was working construction when I got laid off at the shipyard one time, and we was over in South Carolina and was gone for about a month.
There he is.
And I come back home, and Derek, he was just a little feller. I mean, he was just like a toddler, not even a toddler really. He was like 1 year old, and he looked at me, and he didn't know who I was because I was gone a whole month, and it took him a little while. And boy, that just hit me to my core. And I said, "Screw this crap, man! I ain't going." And I didn't. I didn't go traveling anymore after it. I said, "I'm not going to be away from my boys," you know.
I'm telling you, when my ex-wife had Bailey, Bailey, the one that was just sitting next to me, my oldest,
Yeah,
when she had her, I came home from the hospital, made sure she was set, and I went offshore. I
yeah,
went offshore. I'd do 21/7 in the beginning, and then I started doubling that. It'd be like 40 something days before I would come home because I couldn't leave. And for the first whole year of her life, man, I might have been home like altogether maybe a month, if you add it all up.
yeah,
Because even though I was coming home for 7 days, I'm flying, the helicopters landed in Galeana, Louisiana, or Fouchon,
mm-hmm.
one of the two places. And it takes me a whole day to drive to Houston. And then it takes me a whole day to drive back to the heliport. So, I'm really only home 5 days. And it was like every time I come home, dude, it would be,
What's up, George?
What's up, George? Thanks a lot, brother.
yeah, every time I come home, dude, it'd be like fucking, like nobody knew who the fuck I was.
Yeah, I couldn't stand it enough to where I don't remember what I did. I had to work, obviously, but I think that's when I started doing apartment maintenance because the shipyards and all laid off. And that's where I really picked up all my other trades over, I stayed there probably, God, I don't remember how long, but I learned air conditioner and electrical and all that stuff. People probably wonder why I got how I do so many different things. That's why I had to do it out of necessity, But, yeah, I refuse to go back on the road. I'm like, screw that. My kids ain't even going to know who I am,
It's we had MySpace back then. And I can go to the computer room, on the rig. They had like 3 computers, and if I could get a computer, I could get on there and I could look at MySpace.
Yeah.
And I'd see Bailey fucking, and I guess her mom thought it would be, like, don't tell your dad, like, she crawled, and I'd come home and then fucking Bailey would stand up on the sofa and like walk over to me on her own, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's the first time she's walked." And I'm like, "Shut up, bitch!" Like, this kid's been walking. She didn't just do that on the first try. Don't try to pull that shit on me.
I remember getting on MySpace. I mean, literally weeks before they shut down. I didn't even know what it was, really, but I got on there, got an account. Then next big thing, I guess Facebook was already out, and that's what kind of killed MySpace. But I didn't get on Facebook until 2010, about the time I went to Virginia with the shipyard. And that's when I got on it. If you ever go back and you go all the way back, that's when I first started making posts, around 2010. But so how long has that been? 14 years?
14 years, yeah.
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 Don't seem like it.
Yeah, I got
So
on. I got in 2014 on Facebook.
yeah, so
I-
Bailey will be 17 October 18th. She'll be 17. And the reason why I got Facebook was like 2008, I think she was born.
Yeah.
Like that way I could still communicate because the rig was still hooked up to a computer, but we didn't have fucking cell phones. We didn't have all that we didn't have that Facebook. A cell phone did you no good offshore. You couldn't get no signal.
That's right. George is
So-
asking you a question, Randy.
Truck building, oh man. So I'm gonna put that truck. Barbecue is priority. So I'm gonna build the barbecue pit before I fuck with it.
Oh yeah, go look at the pictures in the Discord. Randy's got a pit to build.
Yeah. Go look at the pictures in Discord. You'll see what my project is right now.
I seen that on Facebook earlier today.
Yes, sir.
The material. I've
Oh,
already
that's
seen
great.
the
It's on
material
Facebook
in
as well.
person. I got to touch it.
Yeah. I had to watch Russ. Russ wanted to try to take it out of the back of the truck. He thought I was bringing him a fucking offset.
Oh, I knew
I'm gonna
better.
get you.
I knew better than that.
Hey, if I go back to Georgia, Russ, I ain't
Yeah.
bullshitting, dude. If I go back to Georgia, I'm gonna bring you the same
Hey.
shit that I just had. I'm bringing
Yeah,
it.
do it, man. My buddy Robert was by here today. He's got plate already. I ain't got to buy shit. You know what I'm saying? He give me whatever plate. I told him I said 1/4 inch to do it, and you just let me know when you're ready. I said, well, I don't know if I'm gonna get it yet. I said, but if he delivers, I'll damn sure do it. My biggest problem is I'm gonna have to figure out how to put a beam or something across my garage and pick all this crap up. That or build legs on it first or something because
Dude,
Build
that
the frame.
fucking piece of
a chain
that
fall.
piece of fucking that piece of 1/4 inch plate that I bought today. It's a 1/4 inch plate, and it's 4 foot by 8 foot. That shit was heavy as fuck.
Oh yeah.
And so I put a C clamp on it. It was in the back of my truck. They loaded it with a forklift. I ain't got
Yeah.
a forklift at the house, so I put a C clamp on there and I pulled it out of the truck, and I backed the truck. Well, fuck, I'll show you. I backed the truck up as far as I could,
There it lays.
and then I put some pipes underneath it. Look,
You can roll it.
yeah, and I backed the truck up, and I got it to fall out of the back of the truck, and then I put some pipe underneath it. Did I roll that bitch like a roller skate right now?
You can roll it right outside when you get ready to cut it, so you don't burn on top of your concrete.
Yeah. So when I get it outside, I'm gonna. That's exactly what I plan on doing. I got some like. I guess it's like carbon steel grate.
Yeah,
I'm gonna roll it out there on that grate, like almost like a ground level plasma table.
right. There you go.
Well, my plasma torch. I mean, my plasma torch has 50 foot of fucking cable on there. I could roll it over there, and I could cut it all over there.
You got overhead chain fall in your garage? I'm sure you do. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah,
but
that's good.
it's on a runner. I actually have 2 of them.
Okay.
I have one right here and have one on the other side.
Yeah, I'd
That
have to rig me up something in order to pick all that weight up, like
I
to
could
get it
roll
on a
it all
cart.
the way the whole length of the shop. I could roll it, so it's on
Yeah.
like it's on like a unistrut with skates.
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 of them. I just on the other side. I only have one chain fall. On the other side, I usually have to rig up a come along,
Yeah.
but I have 3 fucking come alongs hanging over there that I put on there.
I know what I would do. You know, you seen them shelves on each side. I'd put me some sort of beam across where the 2x4s are going up, and I'd have somebody to pick it up right there, to where I could actually put it onto a cart or put legs, however I would do it.
Well, I didn't bring them over here yet, or I'd show you. But I have 2. You've seen them before, Russ, but they're like pipe jack stands, and then they have like a screw with the worm gear that opens and closes the wheels, and then you can lock the wheels.
Yeah, yeah.
I have 2 of those I got from the shop today for my job.
Oh, yeah. I got jack stands. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick it up with this chain fall. I'm gonna set it on that fucking you know, like I said, it's got a worm gear, so you can open and close the 2 rollers.
Right.
And then whenever I go to weld everything, I'll weld it and I'll manually hand roll that motherfucker. And
We used to use them at the pipe shop. They had these big weld positioners, turntables, and we
Yeah.
had different size rollers. We had to set up to lay the pipe in there and go into the turntable, and the other end out here was on them 2 wheels that you could let in and out or up and down.
and see, I wish I had a mechanical roller. That way I could just step on the pedal and just roll that motherfucker. You know.
Yeah, they sell them. I'm gonna buy a small one day when I can afford it. Just for, I'm talking about small stuff. The ones we had at the shipyard, oh, they were huge. You could put up to 36-inch pipe up in them, you know. Yeah, that was nice. So you can sit there with that foot controller and have that rolling to you, and it's variable speed too, you know. And you sit there when you TIG welding. You don't do like this. You just stay in one spot and let the pipe come to you, you know.
So, so I have a stand, and it's got an arm on it. And what I do is I rest my wrist on there, and then the last barbecue pit that I built, the one y'all see, I got a little steady rest, and I can fucking weld like 12 inches before I have to move it.
Yeah.
I roll the fucking pipe, but I did it all on the floor last time, man. It fucking sucked. Now I got stands, you know, that I can roll. Fuck, I'm liable to bring Christy out here and tell her to fucking roll it. I don't got a motor for it, but I got Christy. She can fucking turn it for me.
If you ever get on Amazon one day, go in there and look for articulating arm for welding. And it's this thing, it's got like a little cup you lay your arm in, and you can position this thing anyway, but anyway, it'll sit there and hold you steady. You know, which I'm not going to buy it. I've welded all my life without anything like that. But like with TIG welding, I walk the cup. So when that cup hits that metal, I'm steady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even if I slide the cup, I'm steady. Now freehanding, I'm gonna have to prop some fingers up or something because I'm not gonna be that steady.
I feel like that's like using the pain-free tattoo cream.
Yeah.
That goddamn. That's been like the last hour or so.
Yeah.
And one of these days, there will be no welding talk on any of these barbecue channels. I promise you. We're gonna have a whole new place for that.
Yep. Coming soon.
I gotta go pee real quick. I'll be back.
All right.
You keep sending me stuff like that. Like, oh, man, what the hell y'all doing?
We're just gonna do it on that Skill Savvy. Have people on there on the panel like him and Tyler. He's supposed to talk to Tyler. That's really knowledgeable all this stuff, and just sit there and talk welding, man.
Yeah.
On some episodes, and then I might have people on there with a whole another thing, electricians or whoever, you know. Because that's what that channel is based on, is trades, you know.
Yes, sir. Yep. I have not missed an episode yet.
Really? Thank you.
I watch that stuff anyway, so I figure, you know,
Yeah.
to support you since you help everybody out with everything, you know. So
I gotta get some more content out on that. I've got a list already made of things I'm gonna do, but I'm trying to hammer my cooking right now because that's the money maker, you know. I gotta get these numbers back up.
yeah, well, like I said, you're getting back to like the holiday part of the year.
Yeah,
so.
it's fixing to come into a good time of the year for me. So, what's that old song? If I make it to December, everything's gonna be all right. I know.
You know, Mike, I've not played that.
What was that?
It's a game called Starfield.
Have you played? Oh.
Let me go to my YouTube real quick.
Oh my goodness.
Cool. So you got more stuff coming out on your Skull Savvy?
I do. I just I made a list of things I want to do that I just haven't gotten around to yet. A little bit more welding stuff, how to test relays, most common mistakes, wiring receptacles, and one I'm gonna do real soon. As soon as we start getting some cool fronts, I'm gonna show how to get your gas furnace, if you have a gas furnace, how to do preventive maintenance on that and get it ready for winter. You know,
Right.
and
And
just a lot of different things.
and he's getting ready.
Been gone for a long time.
Shade Tree, I haven't played that in probably 20 years.
Pac-Man, holy crap, he going back. He going way back to the 80s
I hope he
or,
wins
or
fucking
earlier.
Al Lunacy's, I hope he wins Al Lunacy's fucking gaming
little-
machine.
The little video game thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker got everything. Sounds like 5,000 games.
Yep. Well, it is.
5,000 games that I've never played.
You never had a system? A Nintendo or an Atari?
And, oh yeah, I had all that shit, but my sister's 5 years older than me, so she had it first, and I was never allowed to play it. So by the time I got it, I wasn't no good at any of that shit. And all my friends had it for 5 years, and they
Yeah.
beat my ass. I remember the first time I got to play like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or one of them fucking fighting games, dude. I was all excited. I got over there, my friends fucking whooped my ass, but I never even touched them.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's like, fuck.
Boy, it surprised me how many people's never heard of green peanuts. It amazes me.
Hey, Joe, don't worry, you chew it up.
I keep getting these comments. Never heard of them.
Yeah, man.
I grew up with video games, man. I had the original Atari 2600. Then,
Is that the one with the little knob you turn on that motherfucker?
right,
A little joystick.
and then the one it had a joystick and one button on the regular joystick.
Yeah, it sure did. I
And then-
remember that. Little-
The one for Pong and tennis, it was the little thing, the
Yeah,
little wheel. Also, for the racing car games was the
I had
little
an
wheel.
Atari, I think 5200. And I can't
Yeah.
remember how that controller was, but I was more familiar with the one you were talking about, the 2600, because my nephew, he played that all the time. But I got into video games a little bit back, and keep in mind I was still in my 20s and stuff, So
There's a very finishing his
Yo.
first place brisket trophy.
yeah. But my
Joe,
youngest
you got to try
son,
them hymns out.
uh-huh.
Joe said he got some hymns. He needs to try them out. I was like, yeah, you need to try them out. Hey, man.
Some hims and hers.
Hey, I know we're all over 40. We owe it to our ladies. We're not performing.
Testosterone.
Yeah.
That's actually cocoa flavonoids. I put it in my coffee every morning.
Strong like bull.
And then this is they were late sending me that, so they sent me this one for free, and there is like natural testosterone. Yes, testosterone levels increase. I can tell. Trust me, I can tell.
Hey, you know what?
making it different.
I ain't no bitch, and I ain't gonna fucking hide from it. I eat these Blue Chews about once every 2 days. Hey, you
I'd
you
probably
wanna know-
croak if I took something like that now. I used to take back when I was in my young 50s. What was that other one? It wasn't Viagra. It was Cialis.
Cialis.
Ooh, boy, them suckers work too,
That-
man.
That's the same ingredient that's in Blue Chew. It's
Okay.
fucking Cetaphil.
I'd be scared to take them nowadays at my age. Holy crap.
Hey, you know what? I told you when I was over there at your house, you asked me, how'd you come with the name Randy Shifter? Remember
Oh,
I told you?
yeah. I remember.
He told you the story, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blue Chew.
So when you make your videos, you'll need to like stop, turn around, and walk into a camera and grab one of those things. This video is sponsored by Blue Chew.
And, yeah, even if it's not sponsored by Blue Chew, I'm still gonna. I rep them.
Or
They work.
Yeah, I said this video is sponsored by Blue Chew. Does it work? And then to the side,
Yeah.
like have something in your breath, you go boing. I can see that. Boing.
Like I'll work on this barbecue pit later. I gotta go put my angle finder away.
and then you put up a little thing like from SpongeBob 2 minutes later.
Yeah. Hey, let's put it this way. I don't know if she's still watching or not, but I'm pretty sure she will agree. Christy's happy I'm home. I mean, I'm not embarrassed to admit it. I wish I was still like in my 20s when I didn't need that kind of shit. But I'm 42
Yeah.
years old now, and I realize that I can't be the way I was. But there is a way. Blue Chew.
Yeah.
And if you don't sponsor Simon's channel right now, then
You need to put that out all over your channel, man. Don't just make an ad.
just Blue Chew everything. Blue Chew brisket. Y'all motherfuckers are using a binder. I'm using Blue Chew.
Speaking of testosterone, I forgot to take this one today. Take one of these and 181 milligram aspirin every day.
Yeah, see? Russ knows. Some things you just gotta do, right?
Yep, absolutely.
You know, I know, like when I was lifting weights, we were juicing. We were juicing when we were lifting weights. We were using Deca, and we upped the fuck out of our testosterone and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, like our workout regimen. We did tests, we did Deca, and we had doing shots of testosterone. And don't get me wrong, dude, we were fucking getting swole as hell. It was really good. But then I stopped. Like shortly after me and Christy got together, I stopped juicing, stopped lifting weights and everything. And dude, I know it kind of fucked up my natural, testosterone. My body basically quit producing it because I was using it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Your body, too, the older you get, you'll naturally start declining
yeah.
with that testosterone.
Have you ever juiced, Russ? Have you ever juiced at all?
Or
I mean,
when you say
you know,
juice, do you mean like steroids?
Yeah. If
No,
you
I
never
did. I did take a lot of supplements, kind of like these, but I was really big, like protein, man, just tons of protein.
Yeah, so was I. But
Yeah.
Christy has pictures of me because I was juicing. I was using Deca and Tess and shit. But
No, I didn't depend on none of that, but I don't know, man. Back when I was younger, I had just naturally, I could go through a metamorphosis and I could change my body quickly. I could go from the way I look now in 3 months. I could have a chest poking out like that one,
Damn.
yeah, well, that was that's the same way with me. Like I naturally get big, but
Yeah.
to amplify that, with some kind of steroid, it made me like extra big. Like
Yeah, it does. It does.
Christy has pictures of me like whenever like she has a picture of me in the doorway and my shoulders are touching both sides of the doorway. Like I just got wide, big chest and fucking I'd be
Yeah.
on motorcycles and shit.
I
And
knew
then, like,
guys that were doing that, that the one I knew, he could not get big for nothing. So finally, he was like, "Screw it." He started doing steroids, and he put on some mass. There ain't no doubt about it. But it was messing with his blood pressure bad, so he had to get off of it. You know.
Well, so what happened to me though? What happened to me is my joints, like my shoulders, my elbows, my knees, they started hurting because like I'm picking up weight that my skeleton can't handle.
Exactly.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right. Yeah.
Like
tendons.
my muscles are bigger than my skeleton should
Yeah.
be, and fuck it was crazy because we were working out like super intense.
You know,
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
if you-
them, bodybuilders from back in the day when they were doing that, back in the Arnold Schwarzenegger days and all. Some of them are like in freaking like can't do anything. Their muscles just went to mush, and some of them are in wheelchairs. It just destroyed them in time. It really did. You know, they just didn't have a clue what they were doing to themselves. You know, they were
that's
diehards.
like now, I don't know. I get sad about I get extra sad. Like today when fucking Christie's ducks got attacked by the fucking dogs. Like normally I just be like, fuck them ducks. Today like I'm all teary eyed and shit. Like fucking I miss the ducks. Like got too much estrogen now, I guess. Just because I was.
That's just human, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I fucked up my chemicals in my body when I was doing that juice and shit.
Yeah, going natural's not going to hurt you, but you can still injure yourself, man, because God knows I injured myself in the gym a few times to the point I couldn't work out for months, like back injuries and stuff. But I guarantee you there's one spot in the middle of my back. I felt it when it popped. And I went to the doctor. It hurt, and anyway, eventually it kind of goes away. You don't notice it. But if I was to start working out and do military press, if I was to handle a lot of weight, I guarantee you it would aggravate that old injury to the point I wouldn't be able to do it, even after all these years.
I remember laying down on the bench, and especially doing like incline. You put a bunch of weight on there and fucking. Like
Yeah.
I can do the weight no problem, but my elbows and my shoulders almost like every single time, like they would start hurting. Like I'd have tears running out of my eyes, but just because I'm on that juice, you know what I mean? And then stand up off the weight bench and fucking walk over and pick up a 20-pound sledgehammer and start beating on a tire.
Yeah.
While my buddy Mike was doing incline, and then as soon as we'd swap back off, and then when we get done working out, flip that fucking big ass tractor tire all the way down his driveway and back, like never a break in between sets. And that's just some shit you can't do when you're in the fucking gym, like natural, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we always called that country strong. My dad raised all three of us boys up in a chain link fence company. We're talking about digging post holes and rolling concrete around and mixing, just all this heavy, strenuous work. And we were all just, people talk about these forearms and stuff. I got them natural years ago just from all that work we used to do. And, just country strong. But I spent my time in gyms too after all that, I haven't in a long time now.
Yeah, you'll see those little guys sometimes. Like I'll see them little guys, them little welders. Them motherfuckers are cock strong. Like little bitty ass dude, but goddamn, like a fucking fire ant can pick up twice his body weight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Little bitty arms, little bitty ass legs, fucking skinny.
Them ants are amazing, man. You'll see a little ant taking off with a freaking Ritz cracker, walking off with that thing. Like, what the heck?
You know what I'm saying? Like them those skinny ass motherfuckers, like, God damn, you're strong.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta let them know I'm a little stronger than you. And I take a blue chew. Every time I take a blue chew.
There you go. Heck yeah.
Nah, I probably fucked my natural fucking chemicals up and everything by doing that. Shit,
It's hard to say. Age does it too, man. I'm telling you, it does. How old are you? 42?
42.
I didn't really notice anything like that until I was up in my 50s, really. But even at 65, you know, I mean, I can hang, but I don't hang hard
You know
anymore.
what I noticed? You know what I noticed the most? What I noticed the most on me, dude, is my fucking eyesight. Like, I used to fucking have perfect eyesight, and they were like,
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
a man turns 40, you start losing your eyesight. And dude, the other day I was looking at something, and I was like, fuck, I can't see it, like up close. I
Time for
always had
reading
perfect
glasses.
eyesight. Man, dude, that's hard. That's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow for me.
Well,
It
you know-
is.
You know
I
what you
know.
do? You take a picture of it and then you can blow it up as big as you want.
I had eyes like a freaking eagle. I remember one time, me and Stanley, old friend of mine, used to be my brother-in-law. We went to New Orleans to pick up his daughter, and we was coming back, and we're going between New Orleans and Slidell, and somehow or another we got on the subject of eyesight, and he's like, "Oh yeah, what's that tag up ahead?" And I'd sit there and read it off, and he'd have to speed up. He's like, "Damn." And we did that crap back and forth. I could read anything. I don't care how far off or you know, within reason. Then when I hit about 41, I had to go upgrade at the welding center there to start following something else. And the first thing that they do when you go in there, you got to take an eye exam. And it's just that JAG thing. I used to laugh at this test. It's nothing but a board with all these letters with a chain you hold on your chin.
Talking about Jagger 1.
Yeah, yeah. And that's all it was. And I'm sitting there like, oh, crap. So I'm like, uh-oh. It was nothing but fuzz, man. And this old man is like, you want to borrow my reading glasses? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, there it is. I'm like, son of a gun. I had no idea. So I went and bought some reading glasses to weld with, you know. Wasn't legal because they wasn't safety, but I eventually got glasses.
Do you use cheater lenses in your hood?
I do, and I don't always have to because, like with these, I can see fine, you know, even welding. But with cheater, it makes it magnified, and I can see even better, you know. But used to be, man, I swear to you, I don't care what process I was welding, I could see every little ripple. That's not tooting my own horn, but I could weld pretty damn good, you know. And that's because I could see so good. But nowadays, it's a struggle. You know, it really is to see. I can't see like I used to, and it makes a big difference. You know, that and I might have practiced too.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned if I ever use cheaters or if I ever use welding glasses.
Yeah. Well, if you got good glasses, you know, because one day you're gonna need them, or contacts or something. But you're not supposed to weld with contacts because it dries them out. But especially if you flash yourself, which is going to happen. But
I wear contacts, but
yeah. Oh, do you?
yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I wear contacts, but I've always wore contacts. But I'm saying, like, I've always been able to see like a fucking eagle with my goddamn contacts on.
Yeah. I could see like an eagle without anything, and then I hit 41. That's when it started going downhill. And over the years since then, I didn't get my first pair of prescription glasses until I was probably 55, because I was just cheating wearing reading glasses with some cheaters while I was welding, you know, when I got up in my 50s, and that was all I needed. But I got prescription. Then we went back when I left the shipyard for permanent. I went back, and that's one of the first things we did was I went and bought me and Tarina new glasses, and my eyes had gotten a lot worse since the first time, you know, in them 5 years or whatever, 6, 7 years.
Like when I was driving home from Georgia, like I could see the fucking signs clear as day. No big deal. Fucking see everything. But like I said, I mean, like looking at my cell phone, like watching the road and shit, and I look down at my cell phone, like kind of be a little bit blurry. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I know people that weld with their contacts too. I'm just saying, I've heard stories where people flash yourself and dry their eyes out, and they contacts will stick to your eyeball.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, I'm a fucking welding inspector, and I watch welders way too often. I get burnt. You already know.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, them fucking contacts will fucking kill you.
Yeah.
You know, them contacts will kill you. If you got a hood on and you're welding, no big deal. You can fucking do it all day long. But when you get goddamn arc burn, because what arc burn does is it puts little bitty blisters all on your eyes, and them
Yep.
fucking contacts will fucking rub them little blisters. It's just like getting a sunburn. You ever got a sunburn, got blisters?
Mm-hmm.
That's what your eyeball gets from arc burn. And so
Right.
wearing a contact fucking aggravates it.
Yeah.
And it's fucking 10 times worse than getting an arc burn without fucking contacts on.
I guess if
I
I,
know,
would
but-
been your age, I probably would have went with contacts. But like I said, I didn't buy my first prescription glasses until I was in my mid-50s, somewhere in there. I can't remember exactly.
Shoot.
But I didn't care at that point, you know. But how are your eyes, Simon?
Terrible. I've had glasses since I was a kid,
Okay.
but I've used bifocals now 3 years because
Okay.
I can't see up close anymore.
You know what's strange is I can go to bed at night and I put my glasses up, and then I go to sleep and I wake up like during the middle of the night to go pee. I can see pretty darn good, but once I put these on, and if I had to take them off in the day for some reason, I can't see crap because my eyes have to readjust. But
Well,
just sleeping makes them adjust. You
Eh,
know?
with me, I can sleep. I can see pretty good in the dark.
Yeah.
But once you turn the light or it becomes day, and my eyes are just there's like a thing with glare that messes with me.
Right. Well, when I had my first pair, and they're up here somewhere, y'all might remember some videos. They were green, like neon green down the sides. They were kind of square looking. At any rate, I wore them until I got these. And during the day, like when I was driving home from work, I didn't even wear them. I mainly wore them to weld and stuff in, or doing my job. Like Randy's an inspector, he's got to have to be able to see, you know. And that's the only time I really wore them. But when I drove, if it was bright outside, I didn't need them. But at nighttime, I had to have them, you know, for whatever reason. But
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm reading Apple's comment right now, and I'm gonna
Shit,
tell you
I'll
right
find
now. Once you flash yourself, and you got like, because like I said, it's like a sunburn. It's exactly like a sunburn, but on your eyeball.
yeah, they
Yeah,
won't
dude,
allow it at the shipyard.
Fucking-
At the shipyard, they wouldn't allow anybody to weld. I mean, I'm sure probably people did it and got away with it, but if you was to mess yourself up, they're not gonna pay for you anything, you know,
fucking-
because
I'm
it's not
telling you,
allowed.
You know when it happened because you'll go out there and you fucking, if you don't have fucking dark sunglasses on and you can't see the light,
Yeah,
fucking so it bothers you. We call it the Sandman. We said the Sandman come to visit you last night, didn't it? Like, cause dude, it feels like sand in your eyes. And then and with contacts, what fucks me up the most is like when I do arc flash myself. Like whenever I've fucking been watching a welder and seeing too much fucking bright light,
hmm
and then you go back and you try to take your contact off, and your eyes are already irritated. Now that irritates the shit out of me more because
even more. Yeah,
yeah,
I had burnt my eyes so bad in the past.
migraine. It almost feel like you got the flu.
It feels like sand in your eyes. You can't open them and you can't close them. Either way, it just kills you. I remember the first time I ever did it, and I think I burned them maybe twice after that over the years. But I tried my best not to burn my eyes. But that's painful. And the next day, the pain goes away. But when you're looking out, it looks like a fog. Everything looks foggy. You know,
Foggy as fuck. Yeah.
yeah, and eventually that clears up. But
yeah, that's
man,
because your eye's trying to heal itself.
yeah, and man, that's
Well,
really bad on your eyes.
Your eye actually heals faster than any other part of your body.
It does. Your eye and your tongue heals fast, and I don't know what else, but I know your eye does very fast.
My niece used to work at McDonald's when
If
she was
your
little,
ears boot you, your dick heals pretty fast too.
Mhm.
and she ended up getting oil splashed in her eye,
Ooh,
and it clouded her eye for a while. It took her like 2 days to get rid of all that, and for her to be able to see again.
oh god, that just hurts. Makes me hurt hearing
Yeah,
it.
she
Good
was.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
Dang.
Yeah, that's bad. But you already know, like fucking grinding does, welding does. That's why, like, if I get anything in my eye, like when I'm at work, I don't touch my eyeball. I just look down and blink,
Right.
and
Let
then
it fall out.
dude, your eye will fucking start crying, and it'll rain. You know, like
Yeah, it'll wash
Oh
out.
man, some mornings I'll get up and I'll sit there. You know how you get sleep in the corner of your eye, and somehow, sometime I'll wipe it into my eyeball. Woo! It's like it cuts your eyeball. You know.
I don't fuck around like that. I don't fuck around like I get a washcloth and I fucking wipe
And
my
yeah,
eyes
that's the
off.
best way. But some mornings I can feel it like tugging on my skin. Like, oh crap! It'd be like right there in the corners of your eye where that sleep creates. But every now and then it'll go in the wrong
Well,
spot.
like you said earlier, like I need my eyes. I'm an inspector, so like I take extra fucking precaution.
That's what I was
Christy-
getting on Chad, my son, my youngest son. He lost an eye. He has a glass eye. And I'm sitting there the other day in my garage. That was the day you showed up. I told you I'd been working on the garage. Well, there's a rivet that goes around this piece of metal, and it finally wore out and it come apart. And I figured a way to fix it. And I'm up there trying to grind the rivet off to where the hole's exposed. Then he said, let me have that. And I said, heck no, you ain't got no glasses on. I said, at least I got glasses. Give me that. I said, dude, you ain't got but one freaking eyeball. I said, why are you even chancing that shit? If that blade exploded, I mean, that could be the end of you right there. You'd never work again.
You're blind. Like
Yeah,
that's my biggest fear. Honestly, is fucking going blind. Like
yeah. I told myself, I hope the hell you wear eye protection at that shipyard, you know. I said, don't ever take a chance like that.
I
I've seen
tell
too
everybody
many
all the
of them.
time. I tell everybody all the time, like I'm a CWI. I'm not a CWIs. I don't need both of my eyes to see the fucking bullshit.
Them little
But
cutting blades,
Yeah, like
blades, you get them in a bind, man, they'll tear apart on, and you just go every freaking where like shrapnel, you know.
Yes, sir.
Dude, the Metabo cutting blades, they're not allowed in a chemical plant at all. Like even if they find one in a bucket, like they used earlier, like they'll throw your ass out for that shit. The little
Really?
fucking 1/16 inch fucking Metabos,
Yeah,
dude, those things are highly illegal in my industry because
I'll be
that's what they do. That's
okay.
what they do. They fucking bind up and explode.
They do, man. The shipyard use them to cut pipe with a lot of times, like in the field or up in a compartment.
All right,
I got them here. I use them, but I'm protecting my eyes. You know, it's usually gonna sling away from me, but you never know. You know.
Well, we still use them, but you gotta be fucking real careful on who the fuck you knows you.
Yeah, I use that bandsaw I bought for most things, but it ain't gonna work on everything.
So is that bandsaw a Vivor?
No, that's Harbor Freight Bauer.
Yeah, I seen it. Well, how much did that run you?
Shit, it wasn't much. I think I paid
$170.
something like that for the saw, and then I bought that stand that it's on is made by Hercules. It's like $100. I probably got $250 in it. Works good.
I'm gonna buy one tomorrow.
Yeah, heck yeah. Harbor
I
Freight, man.
was telling Christy today. I looked on fucking Marketplace and shit. What I want is a fucking a real bandsaw with an arm. You know, like a big
Yeah,
wide
yeah.
mouth, and like a tabletop.
You got the
maybe
room for it
with-
there. Yeah, you got the room for that. Heck yeah.
I have a regular bandsaw, but I mean,
I tell you what I want. The who makes that? Oh damn. Normally I could think of the brand. But anyway, it's a cut saw for cutting through steel and metal. But there's a particular brand that's kind of known for it. And it's got a metal blade, but it cuts through metal. You know who I'm talking
got
about.
the big teeth. Got the big teeth.
Yeah,
It runs
yeah.
at a low RPM.
Right. Revolution? Is that who makes it?
I
Evolution. Evolution. They're pretty expensive, but noisy too. They're loud as hell, but boy, they'll saw through some freaking shit, you know, in a hurry.
Well,
And they don't get hot.
I'm gonna use my plasma torch to cut these circles out. But
There's that Bauer.
Yeah,
$119.
Bauer. The same one I got. $119. Okay. Yep.
okay,
That's the same
I'm
one.
going to buy one. I'm going to
You
buy
get-
one tomorrow.
Get the Bauer and then get that Hercules stand. It fits. They got the stuff in there for the Bauer that it'll bolt right to it.
I'm going to buy that just to make sure I got perfectly square cuts on all my angles and flat
Yeah.
iron and shit.
There you go.
Because
Yeah.
I got a Milwaukee bandsaw, but dude, that motherfucker will walk on you. If you're trying to cut through a long piece of metal, it'll walk on you. You'll end up with a fucking. If you
Yeah.
ever seen that video that I made of for Uncle Steve when I built them balance beam fucking things for him,
Yeah. Yeah.
dude, if you watch that video, look at that video closely. Every single one of them cuts I made, that thing walked on me.
Yeah. Oh well, that's what they make welding rods for. That's what I always say.
It's grind that are all fucking flush, but
Yeah.
if I had fucking something, I could have cut all the pieces and then welded them all together.
The reason
Like
I
if
bought
I
that bandsaw, I told you I was gonna build that prep table with all that 1x1 tubing I showed you. That's why I bought that, is to cut, because everything's on. I'm on the way the legs are gonna be. The two legs are coming up at a 45 to the where the table fits, like that, and then the other two are coming down, but they're going to overlap like that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. It's gonna look pretty cool. Then I'm gonna have wheels on it.
That fucking that square tubing I bought today, dude. So
Yeah.
the place that I went, that plate was $202. The angle, the 1x1 angle iron, 20-foot long was I think like $16. That
Damn.
fucking that square tubing that I bought,
Yeah.
I think it's 16 gauge or maybe 18. It has to be 16 gauge. It was what, $60 for 25 foot, and they cut it into pieces. I could put it in the back of my 10-foot Silverado.
How much was that plate? That quarter?
$202.
Man, that ain't bad. My dumb ass goes, we was in Tractor Supply one day, and I swear I didn't even look at the price, and all I did was got some 3/16 by 3 inch, 3/16 3-inch flat bar. It was like 4 foot long, and then I bought a piece of angle iron. It was 1x1, like 1/8 inch. Both of them together was $60 freaking dollars. I'm like, holy crap!
Yeah, so that
Buy those.
was it was 202 for that fucking piece of 1/4 inch, and it's 4 foot by 8 foot.
Man, you got a really good deal on that. Holy
No, the
shit!
place is right here in Houston, dude. Dude, I went in there. They got racks of that shit.
Well, I should have known better than go to Tractor Supply, because we got suppliers around here. That's where my buddy Robert gets all his shit. And he's going to have to take me there one day. He bought some pipe, 6-inch and 8-inch the other day. This shit's like 30 freaking feet long, is what it looks like. Takes up his whole front end. I said, what are you going to do with it? He goes, I don't know. I like the price, so I bought it.
For expanded metal, like to make a grill and shit out of,
Yeah.
4 foot by 8 foot sheet of expanded metal, $60.
Can you get that in stainless? Boy, that would be cool if you could do.
I didn't see no stainless in there.
Man, if you could get that, you would never have to worry about them damn grates.
You could
Yeah,
ask them. They carry it.
Flat bar, what, 1.5-inch flat bar for 20 foot, 1.5-inch flat bar. What, 1/8 inch thick for what, $16 for one stick of it.
That ain't bad. That
Yeah,
ain't
it wouldn't-
bad at all. Well, you ain't
Dude,
really got to.
Everything I bought today cost me altogether $336.
Okay. Dang.
That was all the square tubing, the flat iron, the angle iron, and this fucking sheet of.
You're ready to
1/4 inch.
get going with that, ain't you? Hell yeah.
Right now, yeah.
You gonna
So
MIG
right now,
weld it or what?
I'm a MIG welder.
Okay.
I got a whole roll of MIG wire. I need to go tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some cutoff wheels for the grinder,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna go exchange this bottle of 75-25.
Okay.
Cause I got like a queef of gas left in that bitch. And I ain't got enough gas to do shit. And I
Yeah.
know what's gonna happen. As I'm gonna start welding, then I'm gonna run out of gas, and I'm gonna be like, fuck.
You got to stop what you're doing. Yeah, I'd like to get a second tank of argon. I won't have to buy it and get it filled, and just because the last thing you want to do is run out and then, like, God bless it, have to take it apart, take it down there. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have a backup than when you do swap, whatever day you got available, go get the other one refilled and just rotate out, you know.
I got 2 bottles here. I got my big bottle right here. I'll show you. I got, see on the back of my welder?
Oh, yeah, you got the big bottle.
I got a big bottle, and then down here I got a pony bottle.
Okay.
Little pony bottle.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, that's what. And then my plasma torch is down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
pay no attention. Don't pay no attention to these. Don't pay no attention to them 22s back there, because I ain't saying they're going on the pit or not. But I ain't saying shit. But I'm pretty sure that this pit is probably gonna have 22s.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but not the Ranger, right?
You're going to have
Nah,
a, to weld him on a step ladder to even raise that thing up.
No, the fucking those rims, they weren't right for a 4x4. But anyway, they didn't fit. Like when I turned, they rubbed too bad. So I took them off the Ranger. The Ranger's getting some fucking real, like the Ranger's getting some real, like alloy fucking 4x4 rims, like a little bit of an offset.
You gonna get any hydraulics for the pit? Lower it down.
Man, I can't just be over here giving all my secrets away. It's been talks about having it on airbags. I'm just saying.
There you go.
Yeah, you could actually, you know, I don't know about your phone, but like my phone, and it don't take a lot of memory like you think it would if you put it on time lapse. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done some of my new videos for that other channel on time lapse, and you can tell what I'm doing even though it's just super fast. You know what I'm saying? You could time lapse all that. Plus, you could have another camera, but you could voice over most of that. Or you can do like Jeff Rice does. After you kind of put the video together, you could actually show yourself talking and say, all right, well, what I've done here, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's multiple ways you could pull that off. That way you wouldn't have to talk while you're doing it or anything. You know, you could do that later.
That's what I told Christy, if she can get Bailey's old iPhone, because like I say, her old iPhone doesn't mean it's old. It's just not the one she's using no more.
Yeah.
And just turn it on and let it fucking film. And then we can just, you know,
hell yeah,
chop whatever the fuck we want, or time lapse whatever we want, because I mean it's an iPhone. So
that's what I'm gonna do with this prep table, because you know, I'm not gonna sit there and show every little thing like each cut. I will, but it'll be time lapse. I can, you know what I'm saying, just speed through that, stop and talk, speed lapse, all that stuff, and then try to make the video last 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And just explain what I've done, where I'm at, and just roll through it real quick. But I'm going to do that. I might put that on both channels.
Yeah, whenever I was talking to her, you know, I was talking to Christy about it. I was like, you know, I'm going to need you to edit this video. She was like, just film it and leave it raw, and we'll just fucking cut it down to where we want, you know. I was like, okay, well, let's film everything, and then I was like, well, I don't want a fucking 2-hour long video. She's like, why? Why would you have a 2-hour long video? We could just fucking put that fast forward shit.
Yep, absolutely. Do you watch, by any chance, I got to where I kind of don't watch them much anymore because they laugh all the time like a bunch of little teenage kids. They think everything's funny, but it's called Lift Arc Studios. And they do that. You know, they'll have a project and they'll tell you what it is. And they're really good at doing the AutoCAD stuff. And they got this plasma table, CNC machine. And they cut everything out. They show a lot of that. But when they're actually building it, holy crap, look at that.
I get to that to your pit.
If I had swingers in the garage and laying around, yes, I would.
But they do a lot of that time lapse stuff, but they also stop and talk in between it to where the videos don't run extremely long, but theirs can average 30 minutes, which ain't bad on a build video. You know,
But that's a good idea. Put it in a fast forward basically in the background, and then you can talk over that.
Mm-hmm. That's what he does.
The thing is with that iPhone though, if I just film it, I mean I could film it all in real time
Yeah.
and then put whatever I want and fast forward when you go to edit. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you can fast forward in editing, but time lapse even makes it's different. It like cuts out frames as it's recording,
Yeah.
and it don't
It
take up a
records
lot of
like-
memory.
It records like a frame every fucking 10 seconds or whatever you set it to.
Yeah, something
know.
like that. That's
It makes
right.
it Just fucking.
Yeah.
I've done that shit before. I've done that shit before for when I was doing an inspection on a pipe. I was doing an inspection on like 2 30-inch pipes, and I set the phone up, and I was just to fuck around with on my Android phone,
Yeah,
and it worked out pretty good. But
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Regardless of the fact, this fucking pit's getting built. I don't give a fuck about filming or if you just see it. What the heck.
Heck yeah, film that sucker, man. Heck yeah.
But you know, it's an opportunity to make something. You know,
Sure.
so.
You ought to, when you get done, have that thing blasted and get like a high temp powder coat done on it. Really make her look good.
Right down the street from me right now, I got a buddy that owns a company that could fucking blast it for fucking $25. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He might even blast it for free.
Hell yeah.
That's like the other pit that I built. I had that motherfucker blasted, and then I used that high temperature Krylon spray paint rattle can.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, pull it up there and drop it off. And then I went in there and drank a cup of coffee with him and bullshit with it. He was like, oh, it's ready. I was like, how much you want? Nothing. I was like, cool.
What kind of price? Hell yeah.
Best friends ever.
My
Well,
neighbor.
I don't know if I want to fucking blast it though, Russ. Honestly, I think I want to put, just leave the patina on it.
Yeah, you could. You
Put a
definitely
some
could.
oil on it and then just let it burn or what?
You definitely
mean-
could do that.
Burn it a little bit. And it's already got that high temp coating on it. I mean, definitely, I'm not gonna put that fucking Hyundai.
Yeah.
I got more fucking comments on that shit on Facebook. Like, oh, you fucking pipe made in Korea.
It's
Like,
China.
motherfucker, what do you think Americans use to build shit? You know what I mean? Like, nobody
Yeah.
uses fucking American steel.
That's what kills me. A U.S. Navy ship, that material comes from all over the globe, man. I can remember, like yesterday, we had these fittings. The 45s, this is 6-inch stainless steel, Crest. You've heard stainless called Crest, right? They call it
Yeah.
that a lot in the shipyards. But anyway, the 45s are made in Italy, and then the 90s were made in Mexico, and the pipe, I can't remember where the pipe come from, but it was 3 different countries that we're putting together. And
Yeah.
I can't remember which fitting it was, but they went in there. The shit was so thick, and it's supposed to be Schedule 10, that they had to transition like an inside bevel. They had to transition, but they didn't transition it back very far. And so when I put my root pass in, it looked like it had 2 lines running beside the root pass, and that was the where the transition stopped. And that QA's looking at that like, what am I looking at? I said, hang on. I went and got him a fitting and showed him. He goes, well, I don't know if we can buy that. I said, what do you mean? This is what the freak they order. I said, that weld is 100%. I said, that's like, they end up buying it. The Navy looked at it like, yeah, you're good. I'm like, I know I'm good, but tell that idiot,
The 6-inch Schedule 40 that I have for the smokestack,
Yeah.
shit, that shit says Wall Chang on it, so that's China.
Yeah.
Wall Chang, China. The pipe that I have says Hyundai on it, and on the side says Korea.
Yeah.
And all the fittings that we were using when we were at the fucking fab shop, they're all from Malaysia.
Yeah. Well, I can remember like yesterday, back in the early 80s, I'm working as a pipe welder at the shipyard, and all the copper nickel pipe that we used, it said made in the UK. Every bit of it we used to get back then come from the United Kingdom. And I don't think we got nothing ever made from right here in America. Steel mills, man, they started shutting down years ago, and we don't use much.
I
We
think I
don't-
told you all that shit on Discord whenever somebody, I think maybe AJ or somebody was like, fucking, that's Korean pipe. Like, dude, it's because I stole it from an American fucking manufacturer. we don't build shit with American pipe in fucking America.
It's a shame, really. I wish America would go back to manufacturing, but I really
Well,
do.
you get shit like from Wyman Gordon and all them castings and shit. They're all made in America, but this fucking seamless forged fucking pipe, dude. That shit's all made overseas, and they got all the foundries over there. So
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
You
And a
can
lot of
buy
it's American companies. They just got their operations elsewhere. I know a lot of that's true. Like what comes out of Mexico, a lot of that's American companies. They just go across the border because they can get it done so much cheaper there.
Yep.
You know.
I'm
That's why
just saying, like,
Ford,
fucking 32 cents a foot, and then you can bring it over to America and it's $45 a foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because you got these union workers demanding $50 an hour.
exactly.
Or whatever.
Like, we'll load y'all up with pipe. We'll send you all the pipe you want, but
Man, that video is doing pretty good.
hey, I gotta go, y'all.
Yeah, me too. It's already 11:30.
yeah, Mike had a question there before
So
we leave
big
here.
question: should I wire wheel or sandblast my 250 before I paint it in high heat?
Oh, sandblast.
Hey, you know what? Just to laugh, I want to see you wire wheel that whole big ass pit.
Hey,
If
you
you
seen
can
all them
stand
wire wheels I just bought? That little box of them. When you
Yeah.
was over I got that to knock all that coating off that when I make that table. That or I can use the Tiger Paws. Tiger Paws probably do a better job of it.
Well, you seen what happened whenever you wire wheeled that fucking piece of aluminum and I
Yeah.
PMI'd it.
It had
Oh,
all
wow.
that carbon in it. Yeah,
All right, perfect. Yeah.
that's crazy.
But I've seen Mike's pit, dude. Fucking.
But I'll be grinding them on. I'll be doing it on carbon on carbon. That ain't gonna hurt nothing.
All right, guys. I'll see you next week, man.
All right, man. Later, guys.
All right.